close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. On we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. On we'll go.
What is up, everybody? It's Monday Night Live, and I'm here with NR Legend and Kryptonian, and no Prado today. He's got to work at 2 a.m., but we're still on his channel. So if you want to watch on his channel, great. If you see, I left a little nice message for him in the title. So if you're watching on his channel, you can just laugh at that. The Greek is the best.
Just so you guys know, the Greek was singing in the introduction song. That was all.
Yeah, that was. He's the best singer in introductions. That's actually a pretty.
I
was doing windmills in the back. That's just a nice song. I just appreciate that. And the best at what, Greek? What exactly are you the best at?
I don't know. I was just like saying it was Prado's words. The Greek is the best.
I think Prado was saying that the Greek is the best with the calculator.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we're going to talk about the real calculator tonight, right? Is that what it was?
The Greek as the calculator.
Yeah, you know the Greek doesn't bring out no calculator, none of that stuff. I just bring you my brain. That's all you guys need.
The human calculator.
That's what human calculator. Love it.
You know, today Prado showing us once again what happens when the price gets to $1,000, and I think we already know that we're all going to be super happy if it gets to $1,000.
I felt like I lost
present.
A racehorse this afternoon or this morning. I felt like I was watching him calling a racehorses today, man. I was like, oh, what the hell's going on? I think you said the same thing, Greek. I was listening to him, and the volume was pretty low in my office. You know, people walking by. You know, back I was in and out, and then all of a sudden he starts getting crazy.
He was nuts. He actually like turned around and he was like going, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "What is he freaking out at?" He's talking to himself in a like he was mad at the fake pricing didn't hit $1,000 for one of the days. I was like, "That's totally Prado." I'm sitting there and like the person next to me, "What's this guy freaking out about?" I go, "I'm sorry, you know, I thought the volume was low, but Prado doesn't matter. You can have it on the lowest volume." He just I
was expecting him to take his freaking sign and rip it off the wall, you know, punch a hole through the wall. It was hilarious, man. It was good.
Oh.
But you gotta love the energy, man. Can you imagine when the price action is actually true to what he was talking about, right? Can you imagine? He's probably at that point gonna pass out. He's like,
he's gonna have nothing left. He's this animated now. Just to wait till it's actually.
Yeah, that's
happening.
gonna be so cool, man.
Oh, he's gonna be live, just running around going, "I told you so. I told you so. I told you."
We'll see him in Sam's Club. He'll go up to the "I told you so," and he'll just go up to random people.
No, he's gonna be in Costco's buying my refrigerators with his gonna be doing. Yeah, that's how excited you're gonna be, Prado.
Yeah, with that special ice.
You already got my address. That's where I got that hoodie from, man. Come on.
Boom. Fowler's joining us too.
What's up, Fowler?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Fowler?
What's going on, NR? What's happening, guys?
Brother.
What I missed? I found a way to escape for a second.
You missed that I put the Greek is the best on Prado's title on his channel. So anybody watching on Prado's channel will be like, the Greek is the best.
Oh, I see it right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man.
Once again, I put up a poll on my channel saying, does everybody watch the Greek's videos? I put yes, no, and then you suck. And earlier on, when I could actually see the poll, now I can't even see it on my mobile. I don't know what the results are, but there was a few people that clicked you suck. So whoever clicked you suck for my videos, thank you. Because it drives me to bring the passion and continue improving.
I'm sure one of them was Ian.
Perfection is a journey, it's not attained yet. So I'm on this journey towards perfection. I'm going to constantly improve my stuff, whatever I can do. Today I released my video, and I knew I had a good video when the first comment in Discord was, how much did Brian Legend pay you for that video? And it made my day, because I'm like, because we had all the people in the comments, and this has nothing to do with Poodles or anything, Poodles came out and apologized. So it was basically just a hater new to Discord being like, how much should he pay you? And then everybody coming to my aid. Brian said he's never paid any YouTubers. Boom. And I was like, exactly. Because I said it's going to be a game changer and copied and all kinds of stuff, Whatever.
I mean, we've had that.
Oh, losing you.
Yeah, no, we were losing you there.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my computer's doing some weird stuff.
Blame the computer. Blame the computer.
All right, it's Prado's fault.
Prado's fault. So once again, YouTube's deleting comments. It always does it. So John Cano was third. We'll say he's first on the list because he's the one who showed up. He's among future millionaires. Good afternoon, everybody. You're right. Jaime Garcia Prieto, let's freaking go. And he's on multiple channels. Juan Martinez, hello. Good afternoon, all. And Mr. Daniel Prado says, have a great show. He is our biggest cheerleader. Like in the text message prior to the show, he's like, do good, guys. I'm here. I'll be rooting you on. He told me not to test him today, so I'm not allowed to test him.
What's up, Odie?
Odie's in the house.
Hey guys.
What's up,
Hey
Odie?
everybody. Not much.
what's up, Odie?
Had a few bus drivers that needed some help right at the time it was time to join. So anyway, sorry for being late.
No, you're good, man.
It's NR's fault.
How's training going, man? Are you getting ready for this?
Yeah, very, very excited. A week and a half left, guys. A week and 2 days. I'm flying to LA. It's great. Got my plane tickets. Got my hotel accommodations all set. Yeah, I want to do this now.
Odie, what day are you running exactly? Or is it arranged? You don't know.
My producer said currently, and actually it's a good that you brought it up real quick. I know this isn't the Ninja Show, guys. I'll be quick, I promise. But they asked me, so it's not my fault.
It affects my life, so.
It does affect your life. So I'm scheduled to run, Bobby and I, next Friday, the 31st, overnight, 7 p.m., the 31st to 7 a.m., April Fool's Day. However, a wrench just got thrown into the works last night. Buddies from my gym that are scheduled to run tomorrow night, there's been flood warnings and floods everywhere all over the west of California. If you haven't caught up with the news, LA isn't getting floods right now, although they had some floods last week. They are getting massive amounts of rain in the forecast. So they've done something they never did before. They actually postponed my friends from tomorrow to be Wednesday. And they're filming every single day up through when I get there. So it's very possible, and I haven't heard yet, but it might get bumped out a day. We'll see.
That's
So
crazy.
that's the best answer I got for you. But dude, running when it's wet, that ain't right. You know,
Nah,
you don't want to
I-
fail because it's not because of the course. You want to fail because you couldn't do it, right? Or
Yeah,
you made a
running while
mistake.
it's dry is hard enough. Let alone
You're wet because you
Yeah.
failed, not because
Right.
you didn't
Right.
fail.
Exactly.
Because it's wet. I
Yeah.
got
Not
it.
because,
Yeah,
yeah.
you fall
Because
in that water.
they have,
man.
it's hard for them to wipe all of that stuff down for every single competitor. It's really difficult, and it makes
Oh,
the
yeah.
production take too long. And then, hey, we don't have an episode. We couldn't tape it.
That's
Too long.
that's why
Blah,
I
blah,
just
blah,
don't
blah.
understand why they did it outside when they did it inside.
I know,
no,
right?
No weather.
Yeah.
Last year they did it in the Alamodome, so that was cool, and it's great because then we don't have to be up overnight. They do film it in the day, so they get their night vision because it's all dark inside. And then I ran in the Tacoma Dome here in the Seattle area 2 years before that. That was great. It was indoors, but they own Universal Studios in Hollywood. Well, they own both of them for that matter, but it's their property. It makes it cheaper for them.
Makes
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah, somebody dropped the ball on that one.
Always comes down to the almighty dollar, doesn't it?
Doesn't
yeah.
it though? So
Yeah,
thanks for
'cause
asking.
They gotta have
Speaking of
like
that
AC
dollar, we're
for
going to make a lot of it pretty soon.
Hell yeah.
Man, I was playing around with the calculator today, Prado style. I was playing Aaron 21's calculator. I was playing around and I was just, I wanted to confirm to people because I've been saying so long for the last week and a half, the last week and a half that you can earn 10% of your bag on 50 million daily volume and $9 price tag. And so I had to confirm. And every calculation on Aaron 21 proves it. You make 10% of your bag, exactly like I said. And I don't know how anybody's going to think about wanting to sell their own bag after doing 5 months of this, especially knowing what you're getting, 10%. And that's at $9. So if the price is higher, you're making more money. And I ran those simulations and it gets ridiculous. If Prado's even close to right, we're all going to be dancing in the streets. We're not going to care what anybody thinks of us. We're going to be the happiest individuals ever. And when I say close to right, like $45 will all be ecstatic.
Oh yeah.
We don't need the crazy numbers, people.
No, we don't need the crazy. We like crazy numbers, but we don't need them to get
Chris
happy.
Cruz
That's
said
for sure.
something great this weekend when he was on the lives. He basically was saying that price doesn't matter as much as we all think. Like, yeah, it's great, but if the price goes up too fast, too high, it's going to really be hard for people to sit back and be like, I'm not going to sell my bet.
Yeah.
You're going to want to like go that route.
Yeah.
So for passive income, if we get a slow, steady climb on the price, that's the best for passive income. It's all great for us. I'm just saying.
And there'll be people selling their bags, on a
There's
slow
still going to
climb.
be that.
Yeah, they're gonna get impatient. They're like, man, this might be good to get. They're gonna be thinking that like those type of people who want ready to sell their bag. That's the question is gonna be in the back of their head, no matter passive income or not. By the time that 5th month comes, the thing that's gonna be in the back of their head is, oh my God, is this it? Is the next day gonna be down by 50 or 90%? That's always gonna be in their head, and they're gonna want to sell that bag.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's when somebody has to pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah, and just think if we like go up to like let's say 300, just throwing hypotheticals, just a random number, you can pull your whole bag out, and that's all you'll ever have. But if it like dips to like 125, even the passive income you're making for the time it's at 125 is so ridiculous that like it like makes it won't even make you like care about the price decrease because you're still making so much passive income. It's ridiculous. I did some of those math. If you guys go on Aaron 21's Discord, I should put a link to it. I'm not even in his Discord. I don't know why I'm not in his Discord. I had to ask Fowler for the calculator today.
Yeah.
But we should put the link there and you guys can join and get the calculator. And it allows you to play and see.
I'll put it in your Discord.
I put in my bag today and I was like, wow, I didn't know I make eight Vulcan a day just off the rebasing alone. So, if you're at $1.25, $125, Prado numbers, like that. I'm doing just fine every day, just making my $8 Vulcan a day, and then with the flex and the power pool and this 10%, when I say 10% of your bag you can earn, that's not counting power pool. And if you're a node holder, it's not counting node revenue at all, which we all know if you don't sell the node revenue and you keep collecting and claiming it, your percentage keeps going up.
Yep.
So that even increases your position for all you node holders. And one thing that's been going around today, and I don't know what it is. There's so many people. When is Vulcan coming out? And you say Q2. And they go, so what date? And I go Q2. And I think there's a lot of people who don't know what quarter 2 is. So we're just gonna say it's April, May, and June.
Yeah.
That is Q2. So I'm just gonna say this
April
for anyone
1st
who might not
to
know.
June,
And there
yeah.
might be some people in the audience right now who won't admit it. They might not know, and now they're like, okay, good. He answered it. I don't have to ask it. It's April, May, or June. Anytime in those months is Q2. There's no date. So if you're worried about missing out on stuff, watch the Greeks videos, watch NR's videos, watch Fowler's videos, watch Kryptonian. And if you want, feel free to watch Prado. Okay? I'm kidding. Yeah, we'll give you all the information. You will not miss anything. I can assure you. Prado's live 19 hours out of the day. He only sleeps when the Greek goes live. And then he gives me permission to go live. Okay? So that's what Prado does. Senor Rojo, the Vulcan community lays the smackdown on all other cryptos. Do you smell what Brian Legend is cooking? Oh, I smell what he's cooking. And Khan left a super chat. First one of the day says, I said you suck. I'm a truther, not a liar.
I like that word, truther.
Mm-hmm. And I do apologize. I do apologize, guys, for dropping my video about the vesting period and then going on vacation.
It's all started because of NR, man.
Yeah, I was like, don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah.
I got it. Just go on that break. Then I remember I texted you, man. I was like, bro, what the hell did you do, man?
Yeah, I'm on a cruise. I'm on a boat with shitty internet, and I'm getting text messages left and right about all hell's breaking loose, and Poodles is going crazy, and all this other stuff. And yeah, so I apologize for stirring the pot, but yet I don't.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I'm sorry that I left you guys to deal with the.
You made a great video, and then me and Kryptonian are like, we're going live. How can we just bring up something? Because we need something to talk about. What better thing than NR's video, which we thought was like very interesting? Did we anticipate that they would confirm it on the live and all madness and break loose? But what I can say is the sentiment from last Monday till now, when that was announced, has changed dramatically. Like it's like a complete 180. Everybody seems to be on board. There's still those that aren't going to be happy with it, and you can never please that. If you were going to sell all of your bag or you needed all the money, you're never going to be happy with this vesting, and it's understandable. You need money for stuff. Nobody can tell you.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't be mad. But
here's the thing: it's needed. I mean, we got so much free money between the rebasing and the bonus.
6x.
Yeah, I mean, everybody got that who sacrificed. So it's needed, because if not, we're not going to be able to build liquidity. So, it's a must, unfortunately. And I know some people aren't happy, and I've went back and watched some of the videos, and I know Poodles just apologized and all that stuff, but it's definitely needed. And I liked how Brian put it down and said it's a slow rollout. That makes a lot more sense. And I don't know if you guys saw, but Kyoto, they're rolling out their vesting periods over years, not 5 months. Theirs is over years.
Yeah. And here's one thought: invest in yourself. Good evening from Michigan. I have a suggestion for the Vulcan blockchain to have the vesting period at 5% for the duration of 20 months. What is everyone's thoughts? I feel that would make us strong.
It would definitely cause price to rise. I don't necessarily think 5% is needed. But yeah, that would definitely cause price to rise to Prado levels, maybe. If it was 20 months,
Yeah, that would anger people. Okay, so now you're saying, okay, fine.
Yeah, that's a little excessive. But
I like the way they did it. It kind of gives you that first month to get stuff, and even the second, up until the third month, it gives you time. It gives you much needed time.
We want to build the liquidity pool to a point where when somebody sells $1 million worth of vol, it's not affecting price. It's not that volatile. That's the whole goal.
Honestly, I think by the third month, Greek, it's not going to even be as much selling as you even thinking. I honestly think that the mentality of it, the mental gymnastics in all of this is to really get you used to this passive bars system. It's really just to kind of get you away from this DJing thinking that you have to sell as soon as you see some profit. Like this here is different, and they're trying to be like, hey, for the health of the blockchain, we need you. Right? We need you. So we have to change your way of thinking.
Yeah, well, like Kryptonian said, we need you. You know, they need us more than we need them. It's along the same lines of thinking. And that was well said. The mental gymnastics, I like that. Because that's we're kind of retraining the way people think. So they've put so many things in place for you to benefit from holding with the power pool and the flex. And I mean, it is. It's kind of retraining what you know about crypto. And it's going to be interesting to see how, when we get on centralized exchanges, how they're going to educate new investors who haven't been in the Vulcan Discord and haven't been watching these lives and our videos and stuff like that, to see how these people are going to react. Are they just going to like try to trade vol and, you know, take 5% losses every time they transfer, buy or sell? You know, are people going to take the time to educate themselves, or are they just going to buy it and kind of hold it, not flex? I mean, it's going to be interesting.
They got tons of videos, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Tons of videos.
I was talking today about the organic just marketing that's going to happen. I mean, everybody who's in this, when you collect your power pool, you collect your flex daily, and you collect your rebases, and you see how much your bag's increasing, you see what you're making passively. What can be more organic than to go to your friend and be like, guess what? You could throw in this amount of money. This is what you're going to be making daily. And that is so natural and so organic that it's better than any like marketing the team could do. And when people start really stretching this out and getting it to people's hand in their eyes, people are going to be like, this is something crazy.
Yeah.
So that's what I was talking about today. You know, I brought that awesome graphic that was from Angel. I steal a lot of graphics from Twitter. So if I use your graphics, I will always give you credit. Today was from Angel. She basically had the candle turning into the light bulb, the horse turning into the car, the newspaper turning into the computer, and how like things change. Nothing stays stagnant. Nothing stays the same. Innovation. And that's what Vulcan is. So that's basically what it is. And we can go out there. And as bullish as I am today, when I was playing around with the calculations, even seeing what like different price fluctuations can do, seeing it in front of me, I was like messaging Fowler, and I'm like, do you see this? Do you see this? I can
the
make
Greek
this
was
much.
getting giddy.
Yeah.
Then I messaged NR too, and NR's like,
yeah.
I know,
His
buddy.
voice went all high.
I know.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was sitting there saying to myself, I was like, is Greek turning into Prado right now?
I was sitting at work.
Just transformation.
I was so bored at work, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I won't.
All of a sudden, he's wearing a sports coat.
Right.
I was like, I gotta put my Al Pacino coat on. You know, maybe.
He starts talking like Al Pacino.
Oh man.
Greek's
How
gonna
good did
shave
Prado
off-
look today, by
Greek's
the way?
gonna shave off his beard. He's gonna have like this John Wick cut.
Yeah,
He's just gonna have a black circle right here.
we got a super chat, guys, from Kelly Productions.
Man,
NR, I
I'm
love
glad
doing
made
that
you
at
part of the
parties.
team.
There you go. NR, I love doing that at parties. Start a controversial topic. Then when it gets everyone all riled up, get my last beer and bounce. Good luck, y'all. Yeah, that's always fun to do. You know, get people
I'm
talking
just gonna
about
leave this right
politics
here.
This is exactly what NR did.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I'm getting on a cruise later, but you might want to talk about my video investing. That would be a good topic for tonight's show.
He's like, anybody want to hold this grenade? I'm gonna be gone for about a week. Anybody want to?
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna leave it
Just
right
milk it.
here.
And it's
You
not
you
even
guys-
like
you
I
guys
couldn't even
decide what you
communicate
wanna
with
do.
you guys because the internet sucked.
And then the next day, you did get spotty internet. You're like,
Yeah.
how did that live go? I go, it was 4 hours long.
Yeah.
You got to watch it. He goes, I can't get 4 hours of internet.
Yeah, it was bad.
But this was the first case that you solved.
Yeah, I
and
know,
you didn't-
right?
You didn't throw it to me. You throw me
Yeah.
every case that's a loser case, but the
'Cause-
winning case.
Because really, what I was trying to do, I was trying to continue the conversation from the live before with I think Poodles was on there, and you guys were just having a conversation. I was trying to continue that conversation to talk about, you know, the vesting and stuff like that. And who knew that the team was going to jump on and kind of confirm that that's what was happening. So
Exactly. So Teddy one wants to know,
multi-streaming.
Kryptonian, is your project about investing in property without actually owning it? Just asking.
No, you're actually going to own a piece of that, right? NR? You're actually
yeah,
owning
it's fractional ownership. So depending upon how much you invest, that's kind of how much of a percentage you're going to own. So
Yeah.
let's just say we have a project that's just to use round numbers, 100K. if you want to invest 25,000, you're going to own, 25% of that project, and you're going to get 25% of the profit. So that's kind of how it's going to work.
Yep. And you're going to own there's two parts of revenue. You're going to have, if it's with Vulcan, right? You're going to own, you're going to be doing some rebasing with the Vulcan NFT that you'll own that ties to the real world property that we have here off chain. So you're getting two revenues of stream here. And so that's what we're trying to build for you guys. So yes, absolutely. And that's why I'm excited about it. Yep.
And that's one of the reasons why we think it's going to be great for the Vulcan blockchain. Because if any of you guys have ever invested in real estate, there is a ton of downtime where your money's just kind of sitting stagnant. Oh, yeah. So if we can make that flex and get the power pool and all that good stuff, if we can get those rewards, that's just an added benefit to the investment.
While you're waiting on that, NR, right? You're right. There is so much downtime. I've been in a few real estate properties where I'm waiting a year before I see any ROI. Things
especially if it's like a development, because we're going to do the development and the rental side. On the development, and there's a lot of like I said, stagnant time where your money's just sitting there not doing anything.
I was told, and I've always tried to buffer it, like, I don't want to wait a year. I want to see some return in a few months, at least 90 days, 180 days. So I'll get into a project, and this is off chain in real estate projects that I've been involved in some development, where they're already looking for investors. The walls are already up. Now they're just trying to fill leases out or whatever. This is a commercial property, but things start to happen. Permits haven't been approved. Elections have happened. There's always something every time I gotten involved in a real estate project where it's always delayed. It kicked the can down the road. What I love about this project, what we're doing, bringing on chain, is while you're waiting for that can to come, if it gets kicked down the road, you're still making money or still rebasing on the Vulcan blockchain, because that happens every day automatically. So it's a very sweet deal for me in my opinion. So
yeah, it's definitely exciting. I can't wait.
Same here.
We're actually talking. I think we have to have a meeting this week about maybe starting up a Discord. Correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we're just waiting on a couple of things to knock that out. That should happen this week, actually. Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, it's all coming together. Cool. It's all coming together.
Get on that.
And we have applied for Skyway, and we have applied for the grant as well. So, yeah, guys.
Heard it here, guys. Another project.
And
give to the good hands people, right?
We're also working on another project. In my opinion, I love the fractional investing. I mean, I love that one. I love real estate. To me, that's, hands down, everyone's going to tell you real estate where it's at. That's where you want to build real wealth, right? But this other project we're working on is just as exciting to me because it's just got so much potential. So I cannot wait for this chain to launch.
Are these considered?
Hurry up, team.
Are these considered day one projects?
At least the property flex one is for sure. The other one, it's to be determined. We're still working on the light paper. Yep. And the token.
So that's one more to your 30 big for your
Damn
30
it.
for Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, guys.
You hear it, guys. They're popping up. They're popping up.
Wait.
I did say my two projects include the 30 that I hope to be launching.
Who are you paying a Bitcoin to?
If what's that?
Community. It's
he's gonna have a giveaway. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is the community. Okay. I was gonna say if it's for Prado, we won't count yours.
If we launch, when I say we, and it is a we because I own a piece of I own a part of the network here with Vulcan. I own a node, and I'm happy that I do. I feel privileged that I got in because it sold out like that, right? But if we launch 30 projects, real projects, that are actually day one, 30 projects, I will be giving away 1 Bitcoin to one lucky someone in the community. And I will throw that out there. It has to be somebody in the community. You have to prove you own Vulcan. I'm not sure I'll go into all the details, but I've been working that out because I have this feeling that's going to happen. So I'm preparing I'm preparing myself.
I was going to ask, are you going to give the 1 Bitcoin to just one individual? Or are you going to split it up and maybe 2 people?
I don't know.
4 people.
I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it goes. It just depends on, I guess it's all going to determine on how well the launch is. If it's where I think it, because there's Prado's launch, and then there's Kryptonians launch.
Yeah, I think
1,000 projects.
I think the price of Bitcoin should go into it too, man. Like you gotta,
of course.
if it shoots up a bit, maybe you can split it into two and help two people
that's
out.
good,
You know,
Fowler. Yeah, no, I like
I
that.
will say this, guys: if Bitcoin goes to 100K and we launch 30 projects, if it's one person, you're getting 100K. That's just the way it works.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. So
You
I
heard
mean,
it
but
Compton
here.
says he needs a Bitcoin.
I need a Bitcoin too. Anybody can donate to me for Bitcoin. I will gladly take it. I'm kidding.
guys,
I buy my own Bitcoin.
Wallet in the
Thursday's
description
Bitcoin
below.
Day.
I will say that I don't own as many Bitcoin as Chris Cruz. Otherwise, I'd be drinking some 1792 as well. I think that's what he was drinking.
Oh yeah.
But I have been accumulating since 2014, 2015. Just exactly as Greek has started to do. 50 here, 100 here, 50 here, 100 here, a couple hundred. Every time I got
started years ago.
It's
I'm
a
an
store
idiot.
of value, guys. It's a store of value.
And I just kind of just put it away. And I woke up one day going, damn, it's not life-changing money. When I say for me, it could be for many other, but I'm looking, if I'm looking at the rate against inflation, I mean, there's a lot of factors. To me, it's definitely something that it can get me to where I want to be. But
Sure.
I've just got, I've got a big business plan here in my head. And the Bitcoin's gonna help me do that. That's why I love Bitcoin. It's at the end of the day, when the country's going to shit, here I'm talking about the US, I look at my Bitcoin wallet, I'm going, well, that's not that bad.
So we got some super chats that came in. Wayne Gaspar, sorry, but what is the power pool? I bought on day 2 and kept adding to my bag, but have not been following the last 3 months.
Well, you're in for a surprise, Wayne.
Well, Wayne, what has happened the last 3 months while we had the greatest delay in the history of sports entertainment here? Okay. We have been given the best tokenomics. We now have an unlimited flex. It's not capped like it once was. So 1%, it can be whatever it is. People claim. Those who don't claim, that unclaimed portion gets put into a separate wallet and it collects every single day and it rebases just like every wallet. And at the end of the month, those who are eligible for that, who claimed every day for that month, can claim, and it's a bigger pool. It's going to be
keeps
huge,
growing,
and it keeps growing. And the greatest thing about that is, like, let's say 50% of people claim on day 1. That means that only 50% of people can actually claim the power pool, whatever it is. So that means 50% of that would roll over to the next month's power pool and rebase for a whole extra month. And that's going to get wild, and it's going to create buzz. It's going to be amazing. So it's the greatest thing. Just don't miss a flex. Because if you've ever watched a Prado video and he does his calculations, I'm going to leave it up to him because he loves it and he does such a good job at getting everybody pumped up. When you watch one of his videos and you see what you can earn daily on the flex, we're talking like, okay, let's just use the node bag because Biz brought up nodes, okay? And nodes, the bag is 3708 rebased out. That node bag can earn roughly about $54 to $60 on 50 million daily volume flex daily. Now, if I'm looking where the power pool will be, I'm thinking you could probably earn $1,000 or more on the power pool just on that one collection at the end of the month. So it's going to be huge.
So you're talking about $50 a day plus 1,000 at the end of the month, as you're talking about. If you're a node, what is a node total? Is it like 1050 or something like that? What's the total?
1050 is locked in, and
then
you have what you rebase.
So if your bag is 3708, basically it's the same numbers. Also, a node will rebase $1,300 a month if the price stays stationary at $9. So you're looking at that. Each node is making you $1,300. So it's really, really good. So you're making at least 10% at $9 and 50 million volume with just doing the collections.
Monthly is what we're talking about, not daily.
120% a year. And I know I said this in my video today. Other cryptos, you make 120% a year. You can make it. But this one, you can make it while also having price appreciation and making more money. So there's a whole lot of factors. What we've been given is just amazing.
Biz, do you want to link to the Medium article that explains all the flex and the power pool? Maybe send that to Wayne, or that
would be good too.
Yeah, that might be a good one. I know Biz is out there watching. Appreciate you, Biz.
Josh Hazy, super bullish. Let's freaking go, Vulcan. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah, man.
And our man Chris Cruz, he must have heard you talking about him. Great to see you guys. It's great to see you, Chris.
Yeah, Chris is awesome.
It was awesome being on some lives with you this weekend. I'm sorry I couldn't join Friday night. I heard you were having a good time.
Oh, everybody was already there, according to him. He was having a grand old time, man.
It
That
was
awesome.
fun. Chris is fun.
Loved it, man. I'm
So do
kind
you
of
guys-
jealous. That should have been me.
So on launch, do you guys plan on adding vol to your bags? Do you guys plan on buying on launch
Yes.
as well?
Yeah. If I can
Once
catch
they
it,
open up?
if I can catch it down at $9.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my whole plan is, and obviously this is relative to how we launch everything. I mean, you know me, guys. Pivot. I mean, that's kind of like if I had a tattoo,
Yeah.
would say pivot, right? But yeah, it's all relative. So
Like Ross and Friends.
yeah, yeah, pivot.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
carrying that
pivot.
couch.
Pivot.
Yeah, he's carrying that couch.
Yeah, pivot. But yeah, it just depends on how we do. And my ultimate goal is to accumulate. This is a long-term play. I mean, for me, as I do own a node, and I think all the mechanisms that they put in place, it's just, I mean, you can still benefit as if you don't own a node. I mean, with all the flex and the power pool. I mean, it's kind of like,
Exactly.
I'm like, what? At first, I was like, wait, what? I could have waited, but it's okay. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I love it because I have the ability to own, even though I own one node, I can still get into accumulating, and that could equate to almost two nodes. And if you know what I'm saying,
Right.
so I can still have two things working for me. So
Sure.
I'm definitely going to accumulate. I'm going to take some
That
profit.
larger
like everyone else.
bag is going to act like a second node when you're able to flex more and
That's
get more
right.
of the power pool,
That's
which
right. That's
which
right.
comes to Lance's comment. Do you think there's going to be a big sell off? And I that's a tough one because the more you accumulate, the more you get of the power pool and flex in the future. So that's a tough call. Some people are going to sell.
You're going to
Yeah.
get people selling their profits.
Sure.
But what's great about it, and this is what I have thought today to myself, is how do you generate volume? And naturally, this is one way.
Yeah.
You want people. Brian's always said he wants people taking profits. He wants this to be a passive income stream for people. Well, if they're selling those daily, that's creating volume daily. That's feeding into these things. That's adding to your bag when you hold. And then they're lowering their percentage.
Yeah.
You're increasing your bag, your percentage. So it's all like
It's
all
almost
like a
hard to
storm.
wrap your mind around without seeing it, without being able to claim and do all those things. It's kind of hard to wrap your mind around what's the right thing for you to do at this point, since it
Yeah.
hasn't been launched yet.
Yeah, it's
there's-
all
and if I-
hypotheticals.
Yeah, there's so many intricacies. There's so many moving parts that it's exciting, man. I can't wait.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 34 or 35 days, every 34 or 35 that your bag doubles due to rebasing
It's
if you don't
34.
sell?
Yeah,
34. Thank you. So I can't remember if you have already answered this, Greek, but
Well, no,
if
that was
someone
the old. It
decides-
doubled every 34 days. Now it takes.
Yeah,
The
okay,
new
what's-
tokenomics, it's
14
longer.
months to double
Yeah.
your bag.
Yeah.
how long is it? Do you know?
It's
You
like
are
14 to 16 months, something like that, to double your bag. It's a lot.
Oh, okay, okay. So okay.
That was the old
Right.
mechanics.
Okay, my brain's dead. Gotcha. Never
Sorry.
mind. Move to strike, Your Honor.
Got another super
Oh,
chat there.
I forgot.
Greeks.
I gave you access to comments. This is good. Futures Up says, "Hi guys, great job. Do you think Vulcan has so much passive income that people will avoid putting Vulcan into other projects' liquidity pools?" This question is one that I've had asked to me, and the one thing I say is, a lot of people think Ethereum's going to go up in price. A lot of people think BNB is going to go up in price to $600. Does that stop anybody from throwing it into projects?
Right.
That's the only thing I can say is, if you are
Yeah.
coming in for projects and you like the project you're getting in, Vulcan's just the vessel to get to that project. Maybe you're not even doing research. You might not even know all this stuff exists. And
So
Hey,
let me ask
you're
you this, Greek. If you stake your vol into say a project's liquidity pool and you're getting rewards from that, they're still kind of part of in your wallet. Can you still flex with those if you've staked them in another pool? Like,
that's
do they
a
count?
good question. I don't know how the contract's going to read that wallet. I don't really
Right.
know.
You get what I'm saying, right?
I get what you're saying.
Because even though you've staked it, it's still tied to your wallet. It's not like you've sold it. So can you?
But
You know,
will
how
it
is-
realize
yeah.
it? Will it read it as
Right.
if you're?
'Cause it's not
I would
actually
tend
in
to
your
lean
wallet.
towards no.
Yeah, me too.
But then because you're already, but that would just be my thoughts on the process. And one thing I want, Bob, for the previous super chat about the power pool, it makes it great, is as these liquidity pools build up, they can't collect a power pool. They can't collect the flex daily. So what's going to happen is that counts as a missed flex, and it goes into the power pool. So as we get more and more projects, could you imagine 500 projects with liquidity pools? Like, they're going to have a lot of supply.
Now that even includes Vulcan's liquidity pool.
Yeah. So that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
That is going to be nuts. And that's what gets me excited. And that's why the power pool is so huge. And it's very hard to rationalize that right now. And they won't be able to collect the power pool. They won't be able to collect this, and it'll just keep going, keep going, keep going. And your mop's got it right. Power pool equals Christmas every month. And especially if you've seen Prado's videos where he goes to the power pool, what it can be like around Christmas time. And if we open May 1st, we will have a Christmas, I think it's a day after Christmas power pool. How awesome would that be to be able to go sit at the dinner table with your family and be like, look what I made. And we're talking 7 months in, the power pool is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Not telling anybody.
When I gonna
my family's gonna want money.
My kids are getting
like, where's my gift?
Guys, it's gonna be a very, very, very. Everybody gets one gift this year, and factor sharing.
You get one vol.
So I've always been the cheap uncle because the kids are like 2 years old. Now they're getting to the age where I can start to spoil them. And now I'm going to be coming into some money, and now I'll be the good uncle. So it's,
So
I'm excited to give my kids their light nodes on Christmas Day and show them, hey, this is how you claim your flex. Yeah, money, free money every single day. And by the way, tomorrow, power pool.
Yeah,
free money.
That's an
hopefully
awesome
that will
gift,
be
Cody.
6 months of rebasing in that light node too. So that's a lot, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun year.
You're giving your kids
how many months till
passive income
Christmas? 9 months till Christmas.
Awesome.
Yeah, 9 months and 5 days.
Well, I just keep counting. For me, Christmas Day is in 40 days, 23 hours, 17 minutes, May 1st. That's Christmas Day. Okay? That's my Christmas Day. And then the power pool the next month is Christmas Day too. And you just keep going.
You're still thinking that May 1st for mainnet launch?
Until I see something otherwise. I know the big thing is in Gamma is getting this rebasing up and running. If that is up and running and they can figure that out, you've already got projects now. They put their contracts on. I've seen the lightning fast speeds. I've transferred to and from myself 20 times every night, and I see how fast it is, and I chuckle every time I get. Before I can even switch wallets to my other wallet, it's already in there. I can't do that with BNB. Okay, if anybody with two wallets, you ever transfer BNB to yourself, you go to the other wallet and you're scrolling down,
Not
you
there
push
yet,
down to refresh. You're like, come on, did it show up? And you're freaking out because you're like, I sent it to the wrong wallet. I sent it to the wrong wallet. I made this stupid mistake finally, and then it shows up and you're like the happiest man on earth. That's me every time I send BNB, and BNB's quick. Okay, but Vulcan so far is lightning fast. And for anybody, if you have Trust Wallet and you can't figure out how to add the network and you have an iPhone, here's how you do it. I figured it out. It's called throw Trust Wallet in the trash, get MetaMask, and import your wallet. There you go. Or if you don't want to, if you're in love with Trust Wallet, I know some people are, you can keep your Trust Wallet because a lot of people think the coins live in the wallet. They think if they move their wallets, their coins go to Trust Wallet. They don't understand that it's just the window. So what you can do is just get a Play wallet, just download MetaMask, get a Play wallet, add the network for Vulcan testnet, and you can have your heart's desire and you can play around on testnet and you can see how the trace is working. You can see your transactions showing up. Everything's so smooth. It's really awesome. Crypto Veil, thank you so much for the super chat. Can we go deeper on the discussion about volume for Vol? Because it's very important. We know some projects, but are there enough to get at least 50 million daily? Hoping for more, but let's analyze what we know. That's a good point.
That is good. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. But
what will make you feel better about this is even at 20 million volume with some price appreciation, like we're talking $27, you're making over 10% of your bag a month. It's really ridiculous.
I got something to add to that. I mean, honestly, like as far as like homegrown projects, I mean, yeah, we don't know what they are, if they can or cannot do what they can do. Guess what I do know? I know that the EVM compatible contract transfer, or whatever you want to call it, is able to get contracts that have already been used on Ethereum based chains. So they are free to just literally to take the code and paste it right into Vulcan blockchain, and they're up and running. no questions asked, right? That I do know, and you can go with any of those projects that potentially out there. You can just look at one as soon as they make themselves known. You can go look at their stuff right on Coin Market Cap, and that should tell you everything you need to know about our trajectory.
That's a good point.
So do you think that's why Brian really pushed for that EVM compatibility?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
You see when they released the faucet, like within 5 minutes, we already had a contract added to the network. So like
that's pretty
that was
freaking
easy.
cool.
That's what excited me, is that shows the EVM compatibility of this thing, is the fact that they were able to, they already have it on BSC, because this was, I think, OXPA added theirs. We had Cosmic Force added their contract. I know Kiwi added his contract on testnet, and they had Kiwi Play Coins, or I think they have Kiwi Play Coins. I could be wrong. There was another one that did it. They had Play Coins, and some were testing NFT transfers already. So things are happening fast, and that was like within 5 minutes. So like the projects, if they're built right and have the good developers, can come in and work on this stuff. As for 50 million daily, when I say what it could be, I'm not saying maybe we're going to average that from the start. There's always going to be that ramp up time, and there's going to be those projects coming in. But like I said, when you're earning passive income daily and we can market it out, and Brian, with the marketing, you're going to get a lot of new people wanting to come in, and everything takes a little while to build. That's why the vesting was needed, and this will give us the best room for success.
You can believe that month leading up to mainnet launch, they're going to hammer. That's all you're going to see is Vulcan coming out, advertising left and right. They're going to hammer Vulcan.
I was saying earlier today on my live, I was like, with everything that's going on in the crypto market right now, and just, I think the latest thing is Ethereum's coming out with the Shanghai stuff, right? But guess what? As soon as they announced it, and as soon as they're getting close to rolling this stuff out, guess what? SEC is knocking on their doors, talking about you are committing securities. You're putting this stuff as securities. What you're trying to do. So it's like throwing literally a wrench. And the thing is, guess what? If the SEC throws Ethereum in court, we all know what's going to happen. The price is going to drop. Right, it's going to be a big.
It's going to do what XRP did.
Exactly, and then guess what? The centralized exchange is going to start delisting, right? So guess where all those projects going to have to go? They're not going to want to go to another blockchain and potentially deal with the same things. They're going to want to go to the place that's SEC compliance friendly.
That's safe. Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah,
that is a great point. And you guys know why the SEC is cracking down all over the place, don't you? Because that
FTX.
Well, not just that. I mean, you've got the banks ready to start their digital currencies. That's what it's all about. So they want to force you into the central banking system.
Fed now thing. The Fed now thing is a real big component of all this, right? They found a way they could tax this stuff. Like the money that's coming in, it's all this stuff is orchestrated. It's all orchestrated.
150%
for sure.
Yeah, they definitely want to. They're trying to choke the on ramp and the off ramping. They're trying to scare banks. The biggest bank was obviously the one in Silicon Valley. And was it Silvergate?
Which caused the depegging of USDC.
Yeah, Silvergate. So I was listening to something that someone sent me earlier today. That Silvergate actually had some buyers to come out and save them. They only had I think it was Silvergate. It was another bank in New York that Silvergate's probably the biggest known bank that actually helps crypto purchases, right? When Coinbase, whenever you want to move money into Coinbase and buy crypto, well, a lot of that money is coming from Silvergate. It's back from Silvergate. So with this happening with the Silicon Valley, and then now Silvergate, this is the way the government says, hey, look, if you guys get involved in crypto, we're not going to back you. So,
we're going to take away that FDIC insurance.
And there's no insurance. So what does that do? That scares the hell out of banks, right? So they don't want to get involved. They're trying to squeeze the banks, those that would even think about getting involved in crypto, so that way they can come in.
It's all about control and money.
They will then, they're going to present regulated banks to you They control the money. They control what you can purchase. You know, it's all about control, as in our saying. If he who controls the money controls the people. And you know, you guys, you hear me talk about this all the time, that they need us more than we need them. And this is exactly when I say stuff like that, they know that. Don't think they don't know that. So they're going to do everything they possibly can to keep you guys from catching on. In fact, the moment everybody wakes up and does a damn bank run, I'm not calling for a bank run. The shit has hit the fan, and they realize they have no power. It's all an illusion. They have no power. We have the power.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We have the power. So.
And the guns.
I was going to say the bonds market tells you this stuff is not going the opposite direction. It's not going the direction that what people are hopeful to happen, right? Like the banks are going to stop, not do a run. They're going to do a run. Yep. This stuff is about to get real. Like it's happening. Okay. And this is the next pandemic to roll out the next thing. That's all this is.
The central bank digital currency.
Yeah, it's just the next event. This is all this is, the next event. It's always another event. Have you guys noticed that? It's an event, then another event, then another event, right? Like, come on, man.
Yep. Out of chaos comes order, and they are the ones holding the cards right now. Again, it's an illusion. You're right, Fowler. It's an event. What's next? I mean, you can almost predict what the next event is if you really pay attention.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, what crypto has allowed me to do personally is it kind of pulled me up. When I first got involved in crypto, that's when I realized, shit, there is a matrix, and I don't want to be plugged into it. So crypto chain opened my eyes to that. It's not just about making profits and innovative technologies. No, it's so much deeper than that. And crypto is the way. And Bitcoin, and that's why I love Bitcoin, because it kind of started that. So you're right, Fowler. What's the next event? And you're right, they're actually doing something right now with this whole with the banking system. You know, just look for it. You're going to come out with this government digital currency. You know, China's already doing it, and what's tied to that is the social credits. Yep. You guys want to know what that's about? Yeah. You know, I can't even. There's certain words I can't even say.
Yeah.
On YouTube right now.
I watched a documentary on that. That's
crazy, man.
There's certain words I can't even say right now on YouTube, otherwise I get canceled. You know, well, who am I? I only got like a few hundred subscribers on YouTube. I'm talking about cancel my business, cancel my life, cancel my friend's life, my family's life. They will go after you at by every means necessary, because it's all about control. Crypto, in my opinion, is the way we can actually get the control back and turn the tables. So Vulcan, and I hope, is going to open up a gate like no other, you know, with the auto staking and all those types of things. So that's why I'm all in on crypto, right? Guys.
You saw that they have one app to rule them all. Everything in China goes through one app. Your banking, your loans, everything you do is all in one app. And that's how they get that social score. They come after you, etc. It's scary thinking about a government being able to do that. And I feel bad for the citizens of any country that have that kind of control is unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like it could definitely happen in the US. It definitely could happen right underneath, and it wouldn't only take a second.
And the crazy thing is people just blindly, okay, all right, whatever. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a Ponzi scheme. You guys are in a Ponzi scheme.
Like,
okay. Yeah. Okay. You're sleeping in one.
Exactly.
Like,
so Jaime with the super chat. I'm invested in Fleemint. You guys should check it out. It sounds really similar at what you're doing. Have you guys heard of Fleemint?
Have not. What is he talking about? What Kryptonian and I are doing?
Yeah, I believe that's what he's talking about.
Gotcha.
Of course, I've not heard of Fleemint, but I will definitely look into it and see what.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Are they on an auto staking, auto rebasing blockchain? Is my question. If they're not, then they're not doing what we're doing. I can just leave it there. But I'll definitely look into it, man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you.
And we have another one from Kelly Productions. So is the U.S. military going to come to my door and force me to swap my assets to a CBDC?
No.
I swear I'm leaving if they do a hostile takeover.
No, I'm going to tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly how they can do it. This is exactly what you're seeing right now. They're taking over the banks, right? They're paying for they're insuring the money in the bank, all the billions of dollars in the bank, right? It's just that simple. It's on a system. You're already on a system with a debit card. It's just IOUs. It's just 3 letters after the numbers. You change USD to whatever the CBDC is named, whether it's US bucks or whatever you want to call it. It's just that simple. And they're going to change it over.
If I'm not mistaken, the cat kind of came out of the bag that XRP built the system for the central digital currency.
Boom.
Centralized bank digital currency. If I'm not mistaken,
Oh, really?
I believe that cat kind of came out of the bag in the court case. I think I watched a video about that not too long ago.
Probably traded for freedom. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just sent me Fleeman's Discord, so I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
After the show.
Yeah, send that to me as well.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that. Thank you.
Appreciate
so much.
that. Yeah.
So your mop wants to know nodes will be able to claim Flex and Power Pool. That is 100% correct. They also will have access to all rebased vol that they earned up until this point. It's 2,658 Vulcan they'll have access to on day one. 1,050 obviously stays staked in the nodes. And what more can you ask for? They have Prado says they have 8 streams of income, I think.
I think that's about right.
He counts the node revenue and then the compounding on that node revenue from the rewards, and then the Flex and Power Pool that you earn on that revenue as well is like considered extra income, and then the compounding on that is also, it's just constant compounding into compounding.
When do you guys think they're going to bring the nodes online? Because obviously that's going to have to happen in order.
I've been wondering about that.
Yeah,
I'm good with whenever it is, because when they're ready, and I'm fine with it. But I am curious myself.
Are we sure there's none online, or is there like 1 or 2 that's verifying all these fake transactions?
I haven't seen anything
online.
I want to say there are some online. I want to say they, in order for this to testnet to be running, I think there's 20
other than the testnet.
This might be like
Node 25 on the
node.
testnet?
It could just be the Node Gods nodes, like 5 or 6 running, and there's like 3,000 transactions. Oh well, there was like 77,000 transactions so far. So obviously you don't need all the nodes up and running, but let them test it out, let them work it out, and then they can scale up.
Because I know they have in their roadmap for simulating light nodes. I'm wondering if around that time is when they're gonna start the onboarding.
And if
all
you
that
do
good stuff.
have a node, do not get antsy. Do not do anything until you're told to do something in the node chat. I don't want anybody else getting scammed. KYC will all be made available in the node chat, and I will do a video of it. You can be assured that every single day when there's news, there will be a 5-minute video explaining it, and you will not go wrong. It will say everything that has been said. So if you're missing out and you're afraid, just look at my channel and know you're not missing anything, because I am a node holder. I will take care of you.
Yeah. Don't click on any links in the chat, even in node chat, in any chat. Only click on a link that's been pinned, because only those with the power, the what you would call admin rights, whatever you want to call it, the authority can pin comments. Not just any Yahoo can pin these comments. Go to the pinned comments. I think
I can pin a comment, and I'm in any Yahoo.
And from those in the South, it's Yahoo. In case you didn't understand that, but
it's and also
NR is going to need to hire like a team to set up his freaking nodes. All 25,000.
None of us will DM you first. Remember that there's a fake Greek out there. He's posing as a Greek. I'm sure they'll make
a little
fake
G,
NR.
little G.
Yeah,
little G.
I know I haven't arrived yet because there's not a fake Odie, so I'm waiting. I got to get bigger.
Same here.
Cody J wants to know, can you explain why price is projected to go higher because of vesting? Well, here is the nitty gritty with that. We have 27 million coins in circulation that the people own. There's 60 million total, that 33 million are the treasury. The treasury we can't control. So of the 27 million, 5% of that is 1.35 million. If you factor in the nodes, that essentially adds another 1.35 million. I did roughly, give or take. So you're looking at 2.7 million Vulcan that can be sold throughout the month the first month, and you're looking at a whole lot of buyers coming in, basically that's 10% can be sold, and you're going to have a lot of people coming in as this blockchain's new. You're going to have a lot of buzz, and it just allows the building of the liquidity pool slowly, as you're not getting massive amounts of profit taking. As we all understand, every single one of us is 6x our money from when we sacrificed. Every single one of us. And that if that were to all be taken out right away, this thing would just crumble. Okay.
It would tank.
It would tank. It would tank. It would look bad. And to the outside investor, to exchanges, when the exchanges coming in, they want it known that they can invest big sums of money, come on board, and not have the people who we left it up into their hands dump on them. And I know we use the word dump and people hate the word, well, I'm just taking profits. Yes, it's also dumping on other investors. New investors coming in don't want the investors who have been given 6 times their money to be able to just dump on them right when they come in, thinking they're making a great investment for themselves. Now it gives them equal footing. They can come in. The prices can rise organically. They're not going to get the same amount of Vulcan as us. They have to put in like so much more. When you have a bag at $18 of 130 grand, that means somebody at $18 has to throw in 130 grand to get your same size bag. So stop thinking that they have some sort of advantage, because they're not coming in with that. And if they are coming in with that kind of money, guess what? What do you think price is going to do?
There it is.
Well, that's the other side of it too, is that liquidity grows. It's going to allow for the fluctuation of the drastic fluctuation to subside. So the bigger the liquidity gets, those large sells and large buys aren't going to move the needle as much. The more liquidity that we have, the definition of liquidity is a buy for a sell.
Yep.
And that's what we want. We want it to get to the point where somebody, one of these large bags, hits the power pool in the flex and they sell off $1 million and we drop 5 cents, 10 cents. Yeah. That's what we want.
And what should make you feel better is NR owns like 17% of the network. So if he's not selling or doing anything,
17.5.
Right.
Technically 17.5187. 275.
Until he rebases in 14 more minutes, and then
Right.
No, but guys, that's a great explanation of how the liquidity works, and why price is going to appreciate. So great job, guys. And that's why I'm very bullish on this. And as far as the vesting schedule, because it does. If I was going to come in with 100K to drop on Vulcan, I want to make sure I'm not going to be dumped by all the earlier pre-adopters in a sense, And I understand there's profit to be made, but this just gives me a sense of security.
But you don't want to put your 100K in at $9, and then as soon as you do it, somebody sells, and now it's worth $6, and your 100K, you just lost 25% of your investment.
It should also give everybody that peace of mind, knowing that if you're in this for the long run and you're in this for passive income, that you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to get mine out before somebody screws me. Right. No, you can be like, oh, I can take my passive income and feel good about it. The liquidity's building, and then 5 months in, and everybody assumes that everybody's going to hold their bags for 5 months, and then all of a sudden, 5 months in, they're all just going to sell. It's going to be.
No, I think when people are forced to flex and forced to use the power pool, I think some people's eyes are going to open who wanted to sell and say, I'm thinking twice. I think they're going to pivot at that point. Not everybody. Yeah. But I think, there are going to be some people that are like, wow, this really is passive income. They're going to be using it. They're going to see it right in front of their face. Because, sometimes you have to see it, it's like a little kid, don't put your hand on the stove, and they don't learn until they burn themselves. So, and until they actually are interacting with it, until they're claiming the flex and the power pool, I think at that point, people may pivot that wanted to sell.
And this is why I'm not allowed to watch anybody's kids, because I was always under the let them burn themselves. That will teach them not to do it. And everybody's like, you can't let them do that. I'm like, well, how are they going to learn?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I can't babysit it.
Right on.
Chris Cruz says, my plan is to flex every day on a 7-day cycle. I'll buy Bitcoin 1 day, 3 days take profit, and 3 days worth invest in Vulcan blockchain projects, repeat weekly. That is actually a great.
Hey guys, Chris is onto something there.
Bro, why are you reading my diary? What the hell's going on here?
I was going to say, this is probably Kryptonians.
That's pretty much it. Well. I mean, god dang, that's pretty much what I'm doing, Chris.
Especially if Bitcoin stays in this region.
Yeah.
Man, it might be 3 days buy Bitcoin,
Right.
and yeah.
That's a great plan.
And why do I buy Bitcoin so much, guys? Because I absolutely have lost all faith in the U.S. dollar.
Why not, man? We can always print more.
Exactly. Can't print no more Bitcoin, man. Right. But yeah, I mean, and that's why. Yeah, I mean, obviously in crypto, you want to accumulate, you want to take profit and convert it to the fiat of your choice, or whatever, of your country of origin, wherever it makes sense. But at the end of the day, when your currency is pegged to the U.S. dollar and they keep printing shit, your currency ain't worth nothing. That's just the way it is.
Toilet
So
paper.
that's why I keep.
Well,
buying
we're all
more
seeing
Bitcoin.
that with inflation now.
Yep.
I mean, you're seeing it.
I
in the
believe
prices of everything.
we're heading to an additional super inflation. Prada will say no, but no, of course not. But
So there have been
Yeah.
2 times in history where, I think the first time was in the 30s. The second time was when we got off the gold standard, and it's basically where we're headed now. It is where we're headed now.
it is, yeah.
This is a question I get asked a lot too. How do we know volume will be great? And the real answer is we don't.
We don't.
Actually, the real question is, how do
Yeah.
we know it won't be great?
That too. We don't know what we're going to get,
Yep.
but I can
Right.
assure you that
It
the
goes both
team's not
ways.
just sitting back and being like, let's just build a blockchain, leave it up to the people if they want to build.
What I
they
could
can
tell
build,
you
know?
is, if you were to ask me quietly in a room, and you gave me a glass of whiskey, an old fashioned, you said, it's, talk real to me. What do you truly believe about, and how do you know volume is going to be great? Well, I can't tell you it's going to be amazing. I'm not going to go and do like a horse race announcing, episode like Prado, but I will say this. I know that Vulcan is actually putting, and Vulcan, the team, I mean, they're actually putting a lot of effort into marketing. And I understand marketing. I have a business, so I understand the return on investment on that. And they are actually moving the needle, and I'm seeing it daily. I mean, you can't argue.
Well, you're
with
seeing people pour into the Discord.
Right.
You're seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm actually seeing the fruits of this labor. So
Dude, I was
that
just
gives,
ready to say that.
So that gives me a little bit more, a lot more confidence. I wouldn't even say a little bit in the volume. Now, there's no guarantee, but I will say this: if we go to launch and nothing happens, at least I know they tried.
Yep.
I'd rather say, you know what, we gave it that old college try, other than we should have done more. We're doing a lot, and we're just getting started. So that's why I can say I think volume is going to do well. That's my opinion. I have no basis other than I'm seeing them put their money where their mouth is, and that's enough for me at this time. So,
yeah. And this question
Well
too,
said.
people want to know.
Well said.
Curious what time Flex will have to be claimed by.
Mhm.
This is the best part about the Flex. So you don't claim day one. They collect it day one. They cut it off at a certain time. Then you have from that time 24 hours the whole next day to claim the day one Flex.
And I'm going to assume it's all going to be UTC time.
yeah,
yeah.
I
it's
would
been there all
assume
this
it's going to
time,
be
but,
UTC
But for
time.
everybody, you will have 24 hours to claim the
Yep.
previous day's flexes. So there's no excuse that you can't find 2 minutes to do it. And you'll just keep claiming the previous day's flexes, and it will be amazing. So
Agreed.
just
I mean-
wake up, have your morning coffee. At that time, you probably won't care about going to work on time. You'll be like, flex is more important. Not saying go to work late.
You might want to quit your job that day, depending upon how much you flex and the price of all is.
Man,
Who
playing
knows?
around with the calculator today, I was like,
I know.
I'm
I know,
making
dude.
I'm
That was a
making double what I'm
transform-
making at work.
transformation.
And we're talking about not crazy numbers here. And I'm
Right.
making double what I'm making at work, where it's almost to the point where I'm like, dang, I could sell half my flexes and make my salary now. Why would I work then?
He's
It's like,
turned it into Prado.
hey, NR, I'm gonna have Josh's guys make me a bot because I just don't have the time, honestly, to be. sitting
Dude,
in
if
front.
you come up with that, man, I'm buying. I'll put in on that. I'll help them pay.
somebody
dude.
did
I'm down.
mention getting a
Let's
bot
talk, bro.
to
Let's
claim
talk
for
off.
you.
Let's talk off stage,
I'm down.
And then the bot fails, and then everybody's part of that
Oh.
bot.
bro. Hey,
Dude.
I don't make bots. that
Well,
fail.
you could have the bot, go
joking.
like right in that 24-hour window. So if you see
Yeah,
it
yeah.
fail,
There's time. It's not
then
like I
you
got
give
5 minutes to
yourself
do it.
a
Right.
fail safe.
So you would set up an
If-
hour where it would
If
have
there,
to go
if there
and
are
you notice
bots
if it
that can
failed.
Correct.
arbitrage trade on
Yeah.
my token that I'm in, I can well, not me, but I can get a bot developed to do the same thing. I believe.
The other thing is you could have
Yeah.
the bot maybe alert you somehow, text message, something.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
There you
That'd
go.
be
That's
cool.
what I was wondering.
Yeah.
If it could do something like that.
Yeah.
Like if it fails, can it be
Yeah.
How
sophisticated
can you
enough
make
to
the
let me know
bot
it
go
didn't
with
do
a
it?
cold wallet?
Absolutely.
How do you
Yeah.
make it go with a cold wallet where you have to verify the transaction? That's
Okay, that's another question. That's another
That's a
question.
tough
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Because
Dio-
every single one of my nodes is in a different wallet on the Keystone.
yeah, that's something to consider. Yeah.
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 I was just because all my stuff's like
Damn
that
you
too,
and
so
your
like,
semantics.
You know,
Can you go and pre-sign transactions on I know you can on a hot wallet. On a
I would
hot
have to-
wallet, you can.
I don't know if you would want
Yeah.
to, 'cause then it leaves it
Yeah.
open for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
that's
I'm
I
just
I
was
wouldn't want to
thinking-
do that.
Yeah, me neither.
you know,
Yeah.
I personally trust
I was just
myself
talking
most. So like for me, it's trust myself.
Yeah.
And
you know, Dio said there'll be days like this.
Yeah.
He said there'll be like people gonna don't want to do the claim.
Yeah.
They're gonna get lazy. They're gonna want to make
Yeah.
a bot.
Well,
So here's
let me just clear the air. I'm talking about hiring a guy named Bot. Is what I
Right.
meant.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
right.
guy. His name is
so
Bot.
here's the thing: when you can sit back and say, "My
he's on
job
payroll.
is to claim Vulcan," I mean, hey, what do you do for a living? I claim Vol.
click this button.
I mean, that's a job I could go to
My name
every
is-
day.
yeah,
know.
exactly.
So Inspire Life Goals, Greek, the 10% of your bag that you speak of, is that per year? No. That's per month.
Per month.
120% per year of your current bag. By not selling, that's at 50 million daily volume and a $9 price tag. If we're at $18, you're earning about 13%. If it's like $27, you go up to like 18%. Those are just rough figures that I'm giving. But
If
if
it's
you
$1,000, you're at
$1,000, you're making stupid money. You're buying
Right.
fridges for everybody, and you're going outside and you're golfing every morning, and you're not worrying about working. I can tell you that.
love it.
I ain't gonna be golfing. I tell you that right now.
I'm not a golfer either.
bad
man.
on the
I'm not a
knees.
golfer.
I love golf. If I have a few money, I'm on the golf course every morning. I'll be there 6 a.m. and I'll be done with my round at 10.
Hey, how much is one of those trips from like what's it, Jeff Bezos or whatever? They be flying up to space. Isn't somebody charging for tickets yet?
Elon?
Yeah, those
Is
were
it?
expensive.
I haven't heard
Those
them
were like
charging
million.
yet. I've heard
Unless I can
speculation
get
in a
out
couple
and
5 million
Unless I
each.
can actually get out
Virgin
in
Atlantic
space.
is like $1 million. It's like $1 million something.
Hey, I mean, I'll pay. I mean, if you make it at Volt, like, you just,
Did any of
I'd
you
be
guys
scared
did
out
any
of my
guys see,
mind, but that would be the greatest moment of my life to go up in space.
Did any of you guys see the Chris Rock special on Netflix where he talks about Elon flying chicks up to flying them up to space?
Yeah.
No.
If you haven't seen it, man, the Chris Rock special was good, man. The latest one he did on Netflix, it is really good. If
The
you like
latest
stand
one
up,
you're talking about
Yeah.
where he talks
it was
about
from
Will Smith?
2023. It was actually filmed in Baltimore.
Yeah, Will Smith's all pissed
Yeah,
off.
when he talks about Will Smith,
I
it
don't.
was-
I was just
I was
gonna
just focused on
ask,
the
yeah.
Will Smith
Yeah.
bit. I have to go back and watch it on the
yeah,
nuance.
it was good, man. It
I
was
have to do
it was good. Yeah, I've always been an Eddie Murphy, Delirious
Oh,
fan,
hell yeah,
and
dude.
Raw.
Oh,
Man,
that
if you
is
go
the
back-
best, man.
Yeah,
If you go back to
Delirious
those,
is
he would get
awesome.
so canceled,
Yeah,
man.
and
if he
even
brought
further
that
back,
shit up.
Richard Pryor,
Oh,
and
yeah.
oh my god, man, yeah.
Hilarious, man.
Those guys
So I
were
wanted-
edgy back in the day.
Oh yeah, man. And the crazy thing is, the rule of thumb was always, if you're a comedian, you're kind of off limits. You can say whatever you want. And
That's
even
right.
nowadays, people get their feelings hurt when
Oh,
comedians.
it's all the
If you,
time.
if you
yeah,
if you can't laugh at your leaders,
Yeah.
welcome to tyranny, bro.
Yeah, man.
welcome to tyranny.
Man,
So
you guys gotta look up.
love comedians.
You guys gotta look up Robin Harris. If you
yeah,
wanna
I like
laugh.
Robin.
Oh,
Harris.
yeah.
yeah. I know
Yeah.
Robin Harris.
hell yeah.
Yeah, if you want to
Hey,
laugh.
here's a piece of
Yep.
here's a piece of cool trivia. If you've ever liked watching Saturday Night Live,
I love
there's
Saturday
only
Night Live,
one.
dude.
So there's only one host in the history, all the decades that they've been on. Only one host has ever gotten away with saying it different than, Live from New York. It's
Welcome
Saturday
to-
night. It's the Eddie Murphy show. He's the only, and he was a teenager when he said it. He was 19, I believe, when he was on the cast. And he says, "Live from New York, it's the Eddie Murphy show." And apparently Lorne Green, the executive producer, got so pissed off, but everybody went nuts for him. And so they're like, let's ride the wave. And the
Yeah.
rest is history.
Eddie
But
was
he's
yeah,
the
man.
only one to ever get away with it.
Didn't know
pretty cool.
that. Yeah, it's some
I did
useless
not know that
knowledge
either.
that's pretty awesome.
So if I ever host, I'm gonna say whatever. This is the
There you
Greek
go.
show.
So
Yeah.
And then I'll blame
Vespa
Prado.
Vulcan. So with this comment, you do have at this point, you have a couple of options for credit card for off ramp. Right now, you've got Spritz, I think they have you can pay your bills, stuff like that. I think they're working on a digital card. I know Pride said he had access to it, so they're working on a digital card.
And they have been put in contact with the team.
Yep, they have been put in contact with the team. And then another option is Ultimo Pay, which I've been using. It's actually a credit card via an offshore bank account, and so far it's been seamless. It's a very good off ramp. I want to say right now it's $600 for the account, the card, and all that good stuff. Once you open it up, there's $150 in your account, and yeah, man, spend limits are high, all that good stuff. So I think there's a link somewhere in one of my videos, or I can send it to you. Reach out to me if you're interested.
Oh, that's just so funny. I'm going to need a whole lot to keep my fun bags in. Okay.
Right.
I should have named my bag something else. It's literally
fun
my
bags
wallet.
is
Fun
not-
bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not kosher, man.
Journey James says, "Come on, people, need some folks to join me on NR's channel. Right now, there's 7 of
There
us.
you go.
Literally just me and NR's wife and kids. Come on over."
That's
I forgot to
that
tell you
sounds
guys,
about
we're on
right.
NR's channel. We're on Odie's channel now because he added his. We're on Prado's channel. So anybody watching on Prado's channel can go over to NR's channel. I'm kidding.
Mrs. Odie has let me have it on my channel too.
Oh, that's where she's commenting, huh? She's just giving you
Yeah.
crap, huh?
Yeah,
There
it's
you
a little
go.
ways up from where you're at right now, but yeah,
Oh,
And
I'm
actually,
not safe anywhere that I'm at.
if my wife and all my kids were watching, you're
You're like, I just want some
right.
privacy.
Yeah, that would be all of you guys.
speaking of Miss Odie, why are you so quiet? Can't get you to shut up at home.
He jumped off.
He jumped off. He was so scared.
He's like, I'm supposed to be at work, guys. Got to go.
Daryl Everett says Brian should look forward to being named Man of the Year and many other awards for this great protocol he came up with. I agree. As long as it gets the projects, gets the volume, we're all going to be very happy. And what we were given when we sacrificed compared to what we have now is like amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I'll tell you what. If this thing blows up, I'm gonna buy Brian like a Hublot watch or something, man. I'm gonna have to hook that man up if this thing, is even half as good as I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to definitely get him some kind of gift or something for what he's given us.
What we need to do though, we need to have a group trip over there to present it to him in person.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that's a
bringing him
great
a
Party
idea.
at Brian's
Odie.
house.
I like that.
I'm bringing him
I
a
like
camel.
that.
So
There you go.
He
Yes,
couldn't get his
'cause
camel
he-
from a
There
That
you
Dubai.
go.
camel in
I'm
Dubai,
gonna bring him a
Yeah, we
real
gotta
life
buy a
camel.
camel.
Us that
This
camel.
thing takes off.
You
You're
remember
getting
that?
a real life camel,
Dude.
Brian.
Odie, remember
I
when
walked
me
right
and you
past that
passed
camel
by
that he
the-
bought.
Yeah, we passed by the camel, and I remember I wanted to get a picture riding the camel, and the guy, they wouldn't let me. And you're like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, that's an awesome camel. And then Brian the next day says he bought the camel. That was just funny because we passed by the camel. Nick Torchio has this sentiment that a lot of people I think feel. Let's hope we're still at 6 times our money month 5. That's the only concern of some people who had intentions to get what they thought their investment would get them at 9. If we just have decent volume, we're not talking life-changing volume. We're talking decent volume and whatever, and you make 10% a month, you can basically have the price halfway and still make your initial bag out. So like for anybody worried about, like, you're going to make your money, like,
Yep.
And you don't need to make till month 5. You have access to 5% month 1. You can sell, get that 5% out. You have access to 20% start of month 2. So you can sell down the way. And if you want, not saying you have to, you might not want to once you realize the first month where you only have 5%, you realize what the passive income is. But you can sell. It's not like you have to wait till month 5 to get it all out. So like if the price does dip and you see it going down and you're not happy with it, you can get it out in stages on the way. And it might benefit you more. You might end up with more money. That could also happen. Not guaranteed, of course. You never know. But I anticipate you'll end up with more money. Jaime Garcia Prieto, I'm also on NR's channel.
Woohoo!
He's on everybody's channel but the Greeks channel. I'm kidding, Jaime. You're always supporting the Greek. You are a channel member. You are one of my favorites. All people watching my channel are my favorites.
There you go.
You're one of my favorites. everybody watches. And if you are a channel member of the Greeks channel, just hit me up on Discord and I will give you a special coupon code for 25% off the Vulcan merch store. That is a channel perk. Nobody's hit me up for it. I don't know why. NR doesn't even know about this perk because I created it when he was on a cruise ship. So,
well, there you go.
I bought a truckload of awesome merch from your store. My first truckload I bought off of Prado's store months ago. I bought Seifu X, a whole bunch of that stuff.
Yeah,
when
so
you
did
two
I.
opened up, when you guys took over and rebranded and everything, I bought a truckload from you guys. So next truckload goes to Prado.
Yeah, so I thought I was smart when all the Seifu X stuff. I'm like, why am I going to buy Seifu? Because Seifu X is the end game. So I bought all this Seifu X shit. And now it's just sitting here collecting dust.
I still wear it sometimes around the house, but it feels almost like, well, that's wrong. It's
because I want to promote the Vulcan stuff, right? When you're
yeah.
I just find it funny that I see I get an email, I get an alert on my phone that an order comes in because I have to like fulfill it, and then I see it and I go, oh, it's just NR ordering more stuff for himself.
And by the way, just so that everybody knows, I think most of you know that I was going to try and use the Vulcan Orange V for my shirt when I run on Ninja Warrior at the end of next week.
Said no.
They shot that down out of the sky. Even though they don't know what it is, they shot it down. They gave me a completely different thing.
Greek, so don't worry, the Greek will be in the background wearing.
There you go, Greek.
I'm gonna
Greek will be wearing my new shirt.
I'll be wearing Prado. Odie's new shirt. Not Prado's new shirt. Yeah, Odie made an awesome new shirt. I'll probably wear it ahead of time when it does deliver, just so you guys can see.
And if any of you guys want something specific, just reach out to either Greek or myself. We can use your own files. We can make something custom if you have a design in mind.
Just remember large files and make sure backgrounds are removed if you're doing that.
Yeah,
that makes everything easy. It makes it flawless for me to do. And send to NR and he'll make it all for you.
I'll
get frustrated and then send it to Greek. Yeah, and guys, I did just drop the link in the chat for Ultimo Pay if anyone is interested.
Perfect.
But yeah, it's so far I've been using it now for a few months. I've got it. My wife's got it. Maybe 2 months. I think I've had it. It's been seamless, guys. There's a wallet on the back end that has a mixer. You can use it ATM. You can use it to buy stuff.
Explain that mixer, NR. Explain the
question
mixer.
for you, NR.
Yeah, what's up?
So if you got, I'm planning on getting it as well because I'm very excited. I watched your videos on it. I'm totally on board. I would like to ask how it works in the back end. So let's say I got the debit card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And can you put any kind of crypto? Is there a limit to which cryptocurrencies you can put in that account to spend?
Right now, it works with Bitcoin and USDT. But it does work with USDT on, I think, 3 networks. So I think it's Tron. I think it's Ethereum and Binance at the moment.
Okay, so if it's wrapped, right?
So it works with both of those. Yep. And let's see. So there's kind of a back end that you log into that has a wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it has a mixer. So if you send your crypto in there, it kind of becomes untraceable, if that makes sense, because it goes through a mixer.
That's it.
So it becomes really hard to trace.
So can't link it to your.
So they can't kind of link it to you and your previous wallet and all that good stuff.
I did not know about the mixer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know about that either.
It's a good way to stay anonymous, or at least
correct.
You're not trying to stay anonymous too. I mean, obviously the feds, you're going to pay your taxes if that's your end game. If you're bringing it to a U.S. account, but the mixer is really ideal for. You don't want not only if you're not trying to just avoid the feds or your local governments, but it's really all those other people out there that are looking to scam you somehow.
Yep.
You don't really,
you don't want them to know how much money you have in your wallet or here, there, or whatever. The other cool thing is with the IRS and taxes, it's an offshore bank account. So it's with the Bank of Laos. It's a legit bank. They've got an app that you can go in and look at your money as well. And at that point, $10,000 or less, you do not have to report to the IRS. Like it's a ghost account at that point. You're not legally obligated to report it to them, which is really cool. So if you keep 10 grand or less, don't even have to report it. So, that's attractive. Of course, if you have more, you have to, and pay taxes and all that good stuff. But it's really cool. The spend limit, I want to say at the ATM, obviously it varies by ATM, but it's like 20 grand a day that you can pull out at an ATM. Of course.
Well, I don't know if that's enough, NR. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that won't be enough for us.
Well, provided the ATM has 20 grand in it. Yeah.
Well, they probably most banks in the U.S. I would assume you're only allowed to take X amount out per day.
Yeah.
But
you take out more than 10 grand, they're coming for that gets rid of the end.
Sure. I've used it. I've used it for I've used it for buying a couple $1,000, stuff online. I've used it in person. It's a regular debit card. Yeah.
So question on that, NR. Are you able to designate which of those currencies that's in, like, let's say you have some of the, you have some Bitcoin, you have some USDT in there. Can you, before the purchase, can you designate on the app which one you want the next transaction to come from? Does that make sense?
Okay. So
how does that work? Or does it just
what you do at that point? You have to sell it at that point from your wallet. You basically sell it and convert it into fiat and then load your card.
Okay. Thank you.
Through
That
you're
answering. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you sell it first through, and it's in the app. You sell it through their app. Okay. Thank you. That was perfect. That's something that I had a question about. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Awesome.
And if you want, man, I can give you, if you want to look at it. I mean, I trust you. I'll let you log in and you can look and if you want to see what it looks like, I mean, I trust you.
Oh no, that's all good. Thank you. I appreciate the offer. No,
sure.
That really answered the two questions that I had, because I'm ready to do that.
And I'll hit you up on that.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
We can do that on a backstage. You can share your screen, so that
we'll do it, and I'll push it live, and everybody can kind of see.
We'll do a pride. Wait a minute, I thought it was turned off.
So Cody J,
that's a good idea too. Yeah,
pride. I love
Poodles was complaining about not being able to dump. Poodles is all Vulcan now, guys. So he's back. He's back right to ship. So let's all forgive and forget, and we move on forward.
Yeah, he was emotional, man. I went back because of not being in not being in the country at the time. I went back and watched all the videos, and you can see that he was just speaking out of emotion.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But all I could think of was how wallet number one must feel. Now. Yeah. I get that because they have a huge ass bag, but also when you're looking at some of the passive income, and Prado's done this, I think he's plugged it in, and they could make like 50 grand a day in passive income.
Right.
That kind of takes away some sting, And plus, when you're a big investor like that, I think they understand vesting stuff. It shouldn't be coming as a surprise to them. They probably
keep in mind too when you convert that to fiat and sell your bag. You're paying taxes on that money if especially if you're in the United States.
Oh my God, it's like 40% because it's a big amount. It's at least 40% to the government you're paying on top of the 5%. So you're losing 45% of that bag right away because you're losing it on the sell of Vulcan 5%. Then when you transfer it out to get to fiat, you're probably losing a little percentage point here or there.
Sure,
you're looking at about 46 to 47% of your bag you're losing.
And keep in mind, those big bags are the reason why they're doing the vesting period.
Yeah,
that is exactly why. Because if the top 10 or top 20 holders decided to sell their whole bags, Vulcan wouldn't get off the ground. The liquidity, you figure when we launch, we may not even have a very large liquidity pool for a few hours after we launch. So I don't know what Brian and the team are going to inject initially, but it's probably not going to be super huge. They're not going to inject a ton from the jump. I know he said they're slowly going to inject liquidity just to build that pool. Yeah. So, that is the other part of the vesting. It's going to allow them to slowly inject liquidity, which is, again, going to help overall.
And also, somebody with that big of a bag, you would think they'd have a brain, not to sell all at once, take the price.
Because of the market maker.
They lose out because the market, they're losing out on their value. So it doesn't make sense on their end to even do that. And I would think with the passive income they could be earning daily, they'd rather take that out than pay 47% to the government, 47% taxes total, probably. depending on what country they're in. Some countries are even crazier with taxes, so we
Mm-hmm.
don't know what country they're in. Mark Spittler's got a question here. The transactions like gas fees on transactions are not part of the flex. You are correct. Those go to the node holders. And transactions like buys, sells, and transfers, those get the tax that I flex. Yes. So when you do any transaction, let's say you transfer, you're going to pay a small gas fee. That goes to the node holder, and then 5% of that is going to go, and then the transfer is going to happen. 5% is just going to disappear, whoosh, and that goes into all the various pools that we will collect on. So that is exactly how it works.
Exciting.
It's very exciting.
It is, man.
Sunny T, hi guys. Haven't been here in a while, but still excited. Did some calculations. Only need a price of $14.50 to replace my teaching income and rebases. LOL. Not selling that bag. Look at that.
I think you're gonna hit that $14.50, Sonny. I mean, that's
this
not
is
even
counting flex and power pool.
Yeah, man, that's
double your teaching salary.
We're gonna soar past that $14.50.
Yep, I agree. So congratulations,
Sonny. You are going to be very happy. You might not have to teach anymore. You might want to teach because you enjoy it.
You might be able to start your own school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Having the choice to do what you want with your time. That's
what it's about.
Everybody wants. Yeah, because it doesn't mean, I want to quit my job. What if you love what you do, right? I mean, most of us don't love it. If you love it, you do it for free. I would do certain things for free. I was a gymnastics instructor many, many moons ago. And I actually got to the point where I was having so much fun teaching my classes, I actually would forget to pick my paycheck up. This is way before the internet and digital currency. So I had that much fun.
What happened to the comment that was just up there?
I didn't want it up there. Well,
okay.
I have to read it. I don't want it on there for longer than it has to.
Before you do that, hold on. Let me bring this one up. So the flag behind me, that is actually in our store. There you go. The flag behind me is actually in our store.
Use code YouTube to save 5%.
There you go.
Okay.
And here's the whole flag. Let me see if I can. There you go. There you go.
And we have license plates. So if you are in a state where you don't have to have a front license plate, we have a license plate. Looks exactly like that, all black.
Yep.
With the logo.
That is pretty badass. And we got frames too, if you do,
And we have phone cases now. Nobody's bought a phone case yet, but you can buy one. I was thinking my phone case is getting bad. We might buy the Vulcan phone case.
I need an OtterBox, man. If not, I'd break my phone, dude. Like,
put a picture of Brian inside the frame, and then Brian can be framed.
So who wants to go first on this?
I'll go on that
read
one.
this. What happens when CoffeeZilla goes on Joe Rogan again and explains to the world who Brian Legend is? Just curious. Okay, I'm not leaving it up there, but we can talk about it.
Can I respond?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Please.
So I've obviously in many cases thought about that. Who is CoffeeZilla? He's a guy that does investigative reporting on scams and not only crypto, but the banking system and everything, that's on the internet that he can absolutely reach out to. I mean, the guy's he's
got a team of investigators that look for scams.
I saw him on Joe Rogan the other day, and he was talking about, I forgot what he was talking about specifically, but I remember him posting something on Twitter, and he said went from a $10 million studio to a $100 million studio, and he's talking about his studio to Rogan. So that means $10 million bucks. He's got some capital to actually do some research. So how would I feel if he actually came out with a story on Brian Legend? Well, he's got 2 million followers. It doesn't really bother me.
No such thing as bad publicity.
Well, guys, I'll give you this. I don't think he would do that. I've seen some of his videos. I've seen where he's done episodes on like scammers and stuff, and then he comes back and he will correct, or he will have, if he's gonna do like an update video on somebody, he's gonna have a whole nother story. He's not gonna hit the same story, so he wouldn't be like, hey, this guy Brian Seifu. No, he has to do this all over again for Vulcan. Not, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Yeah, he had his chance to take down Brian, and he couldn't do it. And some of his arguments were like the weakest I've ever seen.
I agree.
Some of his arguments with that.
So what I would
let's say he does. Go ahead, Kryptonian.
Yeah, so I'll just finish my thought, guys, and I agree with you, Fowler, in Greek, of course. So the differences between the Seifu and today is he not only has to go against or talk about Brian, but he also has to talk about the community
and the rest of the other team, because it's
and the rest of the team members. So
correct.
He would definitely have his work cut out for him. So my point is this: they need us more than we need him. We can build a project and we can destroy a project. That is the power that we yield as those that are investing in any project, Vulcan, no matter what it is. So he would be going, someone like him. He's just one man, guys, one man. Okay. I do right and fear no man. And what I have seen in this community is unlike any other community. We are pretty strong. So he would have to contend against all of us. And he would have to tell me and the family members and the friends that I've talked about that have had their life changed because of Safe Food. He would have to tell me and them that it's all a scam. And I'm sorry, buddy. That's not going to happen.
I'm not worried about
well
him
said.
because he's going to wait till Brian's a success with the blockchain, doing successful things to be like, oh, I'm going to release
giving people all this passive
like,
income.
yeah, like
getting around the
perfect.
SEC's staking and yeah.
And one thing I will say about CoffeeZilla is he did a video the other day, why banking systems are failing. If you were so amazing, CoffeeZilla, why in the hell didn't you prevent it, brother?
Or come up with a solution.
Yeah, bring me a solution, not the problems, and then I will be a big ass fan of CoffeeZilla. He is no different. He is no different than a guy that I see on any major network. He's just looking for views, and he's damn good at what he does. I actually like his videos. Yeah. Super entertaining, and that's exactly what they are.
I watch his videos, but it's one thing when like USDC depegs, you see all the YouTubers. Oh my god! And like, of course, it's easy to cover USD. It's already depegged.
Yeah,
like, but we're here to like.
And I've seen him like do. It's all about sensationalism. One thing that I hate is when someone says, "Look at all the people suffering." It's crazy what this guy did to these people. If you truly cared, I want to see you take those people out of their situation and change their lives. You bring something to change their lives because this guy dropped the ball or whatever it is. So all I can say
more than
is
Jerry Springer.
Yes, he is basically exactly Odie. He is the Jerry Springer. Yep. He is the Jerry Springer of the internet. And one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard in my life is about Jerry Springer. If you don't know who he is in the U.S., he's a guy that he's a talk show guy. He's been around for probably 30 years. And it's like this. He's like, and imagine this guy sitting in the audience with a little tie and everything. And he's looking at somebody on stage and he says, so I have reason to believe, or we've been told, you don't like, I'm just going to say some words, guys, so forgive me. You don't like black people, Chinese people, or midgets. Well, we happen to have some black people, some Chinese, some midgets. Everybody come to the stage, and here's some knives. Hey, you guys have some fun. My point is that's exactly what CoffeeZilla does. He's looking at what's happening, and then he reports on it. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Super entertaining, but he's not bringing solutions. Bring me a solution, and you've got my attention.
Well, what he'd bring 2 million eyes to Vulcan, and then people would look at it themselves and go,
yes, exactly.
And then they'd make an informed decision for themselves. Now, some people will blindly follow CoffeeZilla and say, oh, yeah, it's a scam. Look at Brian's history. Now, when I look at Brian's history, if you dig really, really deep, he's had some failed projects. He's done some things that have failed, but in every instance, people had their chance to get money out. Like I know with the tags exchange, people had well over a month to pull their money out of the exchange. I think 95% of people that had money in that failed exchange got their money out. There's 5% that didn't because they weren't informed.
Yeah, and it goes on in all aspects in crypto. Yeah. There's still people who ask me today what happened to SafeX. So when you guys think that doesn't exist, it exists. I get asked it on a daily basis.
We had a gentleman that just commented earlier that said he bought on day one and hadn't been around for 3 months. Yeah. Life gets busy.
Yeah.
So,
very
so that. And Brian P's got a question, and Jacob did say, I respect you for addressing it, and thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate the question, man. It's
Brian P says, I have a question.
It's not a question that we don't think about daily as guys that get up here on YouTube because, we don't have 2 million followers. And I love CoffeeZilla's videos. Yep. I think he's an amazing, just a hard
He's
work.
Good at what he does.
Hell yeah, man. You know what? And I think I think he's the new face of media. I mean, as far as YouTube, I mean, he's damn good what he does. I love his videos. But at the end of the day, he's no different than a Carlson Tucker or Sean Hannity or Anderson Cooper. Or,
he's not trying to make a positive difference in people's lives, which is rehashing what you've already said, but in a different way.
Yeah, he's just bringing you the problem, but he's not bringing me solutions.
I can't be one of those guys like that who's just covering scams. I uncover internet scams. What are you doing to like change the space for the? Okay, you uncover the scams after they happen. So you're just you're basically living off the pain of others. I'd rather be enjoying the fruits of my labor with them. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's a life you want to live and that's what you want to do, that's fine. I just can't be doing that. That's just not where I.
It's definitely he's definitely shedding light. Sorry, Greek, but he's definitely shedding light. But it's one thing to shed light, and then it's another thing to bring the Clorox, bro. So bring the Clorox, and you'll have my attention. So
exactly.
And shameless plug. If you're looking for a solutions mindset, I've got a book coming out. I think I'm gonna drop it like sometime around May 1st.
That was a good shameless plug.
Called Solutions.
That was
Mindset.
a segue of segues, brother.
Get your copy.
And guys, I'm gonna tell you guys firsthand.
Where's the commercial, NR?
It's a good book according to Kryptonian.
Yeah.
Well, probably doing a commercial.
You got to pick that juice, baby.
No, it is a good book. I've read a lot of books, guys, and I read a lot of books. And I'm all about mindset. Mindset is what. Once you understand mindset, then you'll understand what life is really about. That's my opinion. It's changed my life the moment I changed my mindset. I read a book. I had the privilege of reading of NR's pre-draft, if you will. And I'm like, damn, I feel like I've read it before, because what he's written down is what's gotten me to where I am today.
And me too. And I've shared some tools that I use and stuff like that, guys. So it's
Yeah, so
and I see some people arguing about us saying it's 40% tax. That's only because he's in a higher tax bracket. He would qualify for a higher tax bracket. And yes, it would be he would need to hold it for a year. If they bought Seifu right before they sacrificed that big wallet, so they weren't in so that would, what was that, October? So they would have to hold till October to get the year's capital gains. There's a lot of tax laws. It's just I was just throwing out 40% just because it's easy. I don't know what the full.
You're just using the general capital gains.
General capital gains
tax,
and it's so hard with crypto too, because you don't have like, when did you purchase it? Like technically, all this crypto that I bought in has been held for way over a year, but like at the end of the day, the government doesn't see any of that. They just see an off ramp, so it's very hard. And crypto law, it's a whole other thing. You have to prove a lot of it. Brian P says, I have a question. When we claim flex, is the price of the Vulcan determined by the high of the day or the average of the day? This is why I love this question, because I need to put this to rest. There is no high of the day, low of the day. The flex pool is collected in Vulcan. Your percentage is you get Vulcan. So whatever your percentage is, you claim that in Vulcan. You get paid out in Vulcan. So you'll get paid out like 4 Vulcan coins when you claim your flex. The value is whatever the price is at the time you claim it of that Vulcan. But you're going to get a certain percentage of Vulcan that's collected. So if there's 100,000 in the pool and your percentage is 10%, you get 10,000 Vulcan. And then whatever it's worth is what it's worth. If the price wants to climb, it's worth that. That's why I kept saying price matters, because you collect in Vulcan. Everything is in Vulcan. Okay. Everything you claim is in Vulcan, and whatever its value is whatever the price is at the time you put in your wallet, and it could be worth more the next day after you claim it. So.
And Brian said, thank you, Greek. And Biz, yes. So with the 600, it actually ends up being 450, because 150 of the 600 goes into your account. So it really ends up being 450.
That's a good point.
But yes, you can, I believe you can pay it in USDT, even on the Binance chain. And if you wanted to pay it in something different, there is a Telegram group for Ultimo, and there's a Discord for them as well. I'll shoot it over to you, and you can reach out to the mods in either one. If you wanted to pay in some other crypto, I'm sure they'd work that out with you. The guys are super awesome. Even if you don't get the card, I would recommend joining their Telegram and or Discord, because it is a group of like-minded investors. I mean, these are all people looking for an off-ramp. I've gotten into some really cool projects and just met some really cool people, just like here in the Vulcan space. Same thing over there at Ultimo. Those guys are fantastic. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about those guys, only good positive stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Seven Seas wants to know, how can I claim if I'm on a cruise? I hear the internet sucks.
it does suck.
Don't go on cruises.
Yeah,
Don't go on the cruise.
yeah.
Yeah. Harsh
Or-
answer.
Or
but
hire a guy
freedom
named
from the
Bot,
house.
so you ain't got to worry
Yeah,
about
so
it.
they do have on the cruise that I was on, you know, there's like 3 different levels of internet package. I did end up buying the better one at one point after I bought the middle one, and it was kind of shitty. So, but at some point throughout the 24 hours, I would have had a chance to claim at some
Listen,
point. So,
I got one for
There
you
you go.
guys. I mean, once the Vulcan start rolling, guys, like you'll be able to afford a satellite phone. Just
I was gonna say, there you go.
just
Yeah,
punch up, man.
Yep.
Just connect it to your,
yeah.
you know,
there
they're,
you
only
go.
like,
Fowler.
they're only like 200
Yeah.
bucks.
Good
I mean,
point,
I
good
get them all the
point.
time. They're
Get
only
that
like
sat
300
phone.
bucks, man.
And it's
a
not
month,
like
yeah.
sat phones are $5 million like they were back in the day, and you know
Right.
they're not a super big
Yeah.
brick. They're actually much smaller now. Qualcomm's done a lot, so yeah, good point, Fowler.
yeah, satellite phone always connected to the internet, can't be shut down, man.
Well, I mean, there is some lag, but yes, you can. You
Well,
have enough. You have enough bandwidth to flex.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I just need to flex, man. I just need to be able to just one button to this one action to go through.
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely doable.
Kryptonian, can you share where you got your awesome hoodie at?
Oh,
Pew
Colin
Pew.
Noir. He's actually the originator of the Pew Pew Life hashtag. The Pew Pew Life. I'm in Texas. This guy's up in Dallas, North Texas. And this is where I'm obviously a Second Amendment guy. If you're in the U.S., I'm all about the Second Amendment, gun rights, and all these things.
And I F
And-
with Kryptonian and
Hell
his
yeah.
Pew Pew hoodie as well.
Yeah, but I'm definitely more in line with NRs. If you go back to that message, I
man.
saw that. But yeah, NR and I are definitely on the same spectrum here.
Hell
But yeah, the Pew Pew Life, guys, that's what it's all about. I also have, if you look at my what's back here, the Pew Pew State, which is the state of Texas. So I actually have some merch coming out with that soon. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, the Pew Pew Life.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
this hashtag, the Pew Pew Life, and you'll find him, Colin Noir. He's actually a gun advocate lawyer. I mean, extremely intelligent. Has 2 million followers. If you're into guns, and specifically gun laws and the right to bear arms, this
Yeah,
is
man.
the guy to follow. I've learned a lot from this guy. He is absolutely a Texas gem. But there you go.
Have to follow him.
Yep, 100%.
Hell yeah, love it.
Anthony says the mixer actually changes the wallet address for each deposit. That's actually a cool thing. So
Yep.
you never know where it's coming
You
from.
never know where it's coming from. Now, here's what I was told also about the Ultimo Pay. So when you put it into the Ultimo wallet, so it does just that. So your money is basically sitting there. And here's the cool thing for I guess tax purposes, it never comes off chain. If that makes sense.
That is, yeah. So they never even know. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So, and don't quote me on that. I believe I read that somewhere, whether it was in the Discord or in the Telegram or something like that. So, yeah.
So invest in yourself says it's rude not to answer my question. Maybe you didn't
What was
watch
the
when
question?
It was about the 20 months and 5%. What we thought about investing for 5%. For
I think
22
it's
months.
too long. I think 5% is too little and 20 months is too long. I get it. And I think that would really increase price to probably Prado levels because, $1,000 because
I know you wouldn't care about it.
No.
I know I wouldn't care about it.
Yeah.
I don't
There
know what
would be
Odie
a-
think.
there would be a
lot.
huge-
I think there'd be a lot more anger with that because a lot of people weren't asked to be 20-monthers to get all their capital out.
And sorry for not
Unfortunately,
answering.
not
right
everybody
away.
who's sacrificed has the long-term mindset. Some just sort of like, oh, I can make 6x my money, and they were just planning on selling day one, and that was their plan all along.
Yeah, you got to remember we were expecting a blockchain in January, and things have we've had to pivot and change. So people need their money, I guess. Just like I think Poodles was trying to make that point that hey, people sacrificed, expecting to be able to pull their money out in January. So if you make people wait 20 months and give them 5% a month, I think that would really upset people. I don't really think it's necessary. I think 5 months is long enough with Brian and the team injecting liquidity slowly. I think it's long enough, and I'm sure the team feels that way. That's why they picked 5 months. They wouldn't have done that if they didn't think they could, get it stable in that period of time. I do think 20 months at 5%, that liquidity pool would grow immensely. But yeah, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, neither do I. By that time, 5 months, you should have everything you need.
You would think, yeah.
And
I agree.
If you're not, then we should be worried about the blockchain. But I wouldn't think anything's going to go awry. I think the marketing's going to be hyped up. Everything's going to be great, and let's just get started already.
And remember, we're launching this thing hopefully as we start to come into a bull market.
That
on the
is
tail
the
end of the bear and right into the bull market. So that's
I'd like to see Bitcoin hit 30,000 and stay with conviction above 30K, and I'd be feeling great before release of the blockchain. That would be like perfect.
Historically, bull markets have typically been, according to my research, roughly 18 months. Or excuse me, bear markets. Excuse me. Since the beginning of the 1900s, I was looking at this article, and it was saying that the average bear market was around 18 months. Well, if we go with that, we're due, because the current bear market, depending on who you talk to, started in October, November of 21. Correct? Is that about right? Because Bitcoin took a nose. So. It went to 63, something like that. In what was it, October, November, and before Thanksgiving, right. It went right off the cliff, right? So we're close to 18 odd months plus or minus. So it could be anytime. You never know. If history's right and it's repeating itself again, we could be on the edge of one. Absolutely, a bear market.
I think that's exciting as well. And yeah, this is true. The first roadmap with Seifu, and it's amazing to see where we started with Seifu to where we're at now, getting ready to launch this blockchain, how things have progressed and morphed, and the teams pivoted, and just again, it's exciting. I mean, I remember when we were on here talking about Seifu X, and then Brian dropped the Vulcan bomb, and people were stunned, and it's just now we have different tokenomics. We've got firestorms and power pools, and I mean, it's exciting, guys. It's been a whirlwind of a ride. And then
ride for sure.
Yeah, man, all the FUD and all the BS and the on chain and just everything, man. It's been one hell of a ride.
Just think about this. You're talking about, we got excited about Seifu, right?
Yeah.
You just said, and then we got excited about Seifu X. Yeah. A couple of us went to Dubai and literally handed out over 10,000 Seifu X bags.
Yeah.
And then we come back, hey, we're changing to Vulcan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I reached in my old backpack
for 2 days.
Yeah, I reached
you got like X sunburns on your hands, right? Yeah.
I know, right?
That's
so Compton would have had a field day with Greek in his arms.
Oh my god!
Those bags.
I had like 100 bags on my arms, and I was just doing this. And people were just coming by and grabbing them.
Hey, Greek, didn't you get a Seifu X on the back of your small of your back, like Seifu X or something? I mean, now you got like a
tramp stamp. Seifu X tramp stamp.
Oh god, I didn't get that one. I did, however, reach in my old backpack that I took to Dubai, and I felt like some keychains. I still have like 10 Seifu X keychains. I'm like, oh, these
collector's items there, brother.
Pride never sent my keychain, man.
Yeah. Come on, Pride.
It's all good, man.
Give the man his keychain. So what I did is I cut off the X's on a couple of them, so now they're Seifu keychains again.
Would you use like a razor blade and just?
I saw you do that, yeah.
Greek, show us. You just had some shading work and stuff done on the tattoo, man. Show the people, man.
It's fresh.
Come on.
Fresh.
I know, but it looks awesome.
You're opening yourself up to Compton. Be careful.
Yeah, if you could see all the color work on the roulette wheel.
Oh yeah,
number 23.
Like that roulette stuff, yeah.
Nice.
And then
that actually looks pretty good, man.
Hold on, do it again.
There it is.
There we go.
So on a tattoo, does the red stay red, or is it going to turn like green like everything else? Is it?
It's gonna turn red. No, it stays red.
Safe red.
It stays red.
Yeah. The colors, the tattoo, because I started getting tattooed when I was I'm 45. I started getting tattooed when I was probably 19. So the inks have come so far.
Yeah, this is
now
older
just
red.
the colors stay vibrant now.
Okay.
Whereas 20 years ago, like I've had to get some of the stuff redone and stuff like that. So
you just set up.
Get the one above it. Look at the one above. Get the balls deep comment there.
Balls
Yeah.
deep. A year from now, Greek will be running down the beach with his fun bags like Pam Anderson and Baywatch.
yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Anderson.
Hey, and you guys
Go
can all laugh
Baywatch.
at me. I don't care.
I'll be running with you, Greek.
We'll be sipping Mai Tais on the beach.
There you go,
Absolutely.
man. We'll be in Greece.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
I've always
I have
wanted to go
I
to
have
Greece,
family in
man.
Greece too.
I've always
My
wanted to
in-laws
go to
are from
Greece.
Just, I won't go there with Prado because he won't stop talking, and then I will never have peace and quiet. So
Just no. All you gotta do is point him
remember
in
when
the
I
direction of
told you?
Turkey.
remember Greek?
We'll
I
have
told
to,
you you were gonna make it.
Like Greek,
We'll
I
have to get
made
a-
you Greek. You wouldn't even be Greek if it wasn't for me.
We'll have to make a Vulcan Prado muzzle in the Vulcan merch store.
Maybe that's the day he finally stops
Muzzle.
talking. Is when his prediction comes true. No, he won't stop talking.
The
Oh my-
Vulcan ball gag.
Nah, I don't want the guy to stop talking, man. He's a bulldog, man.
Yeah.
We need
Dude,
that.
you can't
like
you
that.
can't come away from one of his lives and not be enthused and just pumped up about Vulcan, you know?
But I love it. He gets so pumped after his lives that he has to call somebody. So
Yep.
sometimes he'll call me and be,
I
"Greek,
know.
did you watch my live? Did you watch that?
Did you see
what I
that
said?"
shit?
And
He's
I'm
like, bro, you just gave me a
I
call.
was
You
in
just
the
gave me a.
comments.
God, I was in the rundown, bro. What are you talking about? Of course
Right.
I was.
Right.
I'm like, Prado, I saw it. I was in your comments. I was helping you out throughout the show. But Greek, did you see what I put? Oh, I saw it.
He is the diamond in the rough.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
Hey man, like I think we were having that group phone call. He's the reason I'm here,
Hey,
man. Him and Greek. They're the reasons that I'm here. If it wasn't for a Prado video and a Greek video, I wouldn't have found the Seifu project, the community. I owe it all to you guys.
So, Odie, Compton he misses your Tuesday lives, man. So what's going on,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, I know. And I appreciate that quite a bit, Compton. Thank you. And yeah, last week I had an emergency dentist appointment and I'm going to be back tomorrow. So yes, tomorrow Vulcan Veracity will be back Tuesday,
Awesome.
noon Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square.
Compton's always pushing for us to go
And,
live. But today he was pushing
time,
for Prado
Odie?
to go live, and Prado's like, I can't. But he's like, I'll get one of the guys to go on for me. So Compton's to thank for the Greek.
Yeah, he's
There you go.
Yeah.
Compton,
Hey,
I
Compton,
was
you want
thinking
to,
of
you can
you.
be on
Now
tomorrow,
forget
man.
you. Forget you, Compton. We prefer you over the Greek. Okay. I see how it is, Compton.
you're all complimenting him. He's like, shut up, Meg.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll show
time-
that to you, Compton.
What time are you on tomorrow, Odie?
Noon Eastern Standard Time. New York
There you
time,
go.
noon.
Who we lose?
Yeah, actually, I have to schedule it as soon as we get off this live here. As a matter of fact,
Right on.
Yes. Speaking of that, we're going 2 hours. That's my limit for tonight. I can't go much longer, unless Plan
hey
B
man, it's
drops
only
in right now.
6:58 p.m. What are you talking
If
about?
Plan B or Brian gives me a sign before the last
Right
words
on.
are done, I will stay on.
I'd like to know when. I'd really love to know when they're thinking, because it's not in the roadmap, when nodes are going to be. And I want to know.
Of course, you want to know. You got 19
Yeah.
of them. I mean,
Yeah, I want to know. When are they onboarding all the nodes?
Yeah, that's a good question. I hope to find out that information soon, and hopefully we hear more about Uxie and all that has to offer. We were supposed to hear about it last week, and that didn't happen. But we got a faucet. We got a super lightning fast blockchain so
Hell
far. I can't wait for rebasing to be turned on, see everything
Yeah.
working. That's the
I
hardest
can't wait
part.
to see the claim DAP.
That'll be
So
cool.
that Prado can play his "Where's the DAP" video. But I'm excited to see what it looks like. You know.
When's the DAP? When's the DAP? Is the DAP up? Is the DAP up? Does anybody know where the DAP is? Is the DAP ready? Where's the DAP? We still don't have a DAP, do we? Do we have the link yet? Has anybody seen the DAP? I can't find the DAP. Just got here. Sorry, everybody. Has this question been asked? Where's the DAP?
That never gets old, man.
It never
Most-
gets
It never
old,
gets
man.
old.
The most important thing about those videos is that's when he looked like a little kid. Now he's a man with a beard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
hanging
got the
around
old
with-
glasses. And
Yeah. Now
He
he's all
became a
like,
real man on the boat in Dubai. He's like, Greek, we're real men.
you actually filled in quite nicely there, Prado.
That's funny. That does never get old, man. That is
That was
classic,
funny, man. When he did that, I was like, this guy here, man. That's funny as hell. That is funny.
Biz is rolling the links. We're getting
Yeah.
our swan song here.
This is like, so NR, what's your last words? What's your last words?
Shit, I don't know, man.
Give me my damn notes set up.
Yeah, I want to know. I really, because it's not in the roadmap, man. I saw the where they simulate the light nodes, and I was hoping there'd be something in the roadmap about when we set that up, because to me that's when things start to get serious. That's when we start to get very close to launching mainnet, and I'm like everybody else. I'm just so excited to see this thing launch. So yeah, for me, as we onboard the nodes, that's saying, hey, we're real close to launching. That, and I can't wait to see all the advertising come pumping out. If you think what they're doing now with the articles and the Twitter and all this social media stuff, like this is just the beginning of the firestorm of advertising that's going to come flying out of their camp. So I'm excited to see that as well. And, I'm glad everything's kind of chilled out with the vesting period and all that. And people are actually, looking at it from both
We're on
sides. and
vacation, the
looking at
whole
it,
drama.
looking at it with a level head at this point, that I didn't come back to the shitstorm. You guys handled it well. Thank you. Didn't mean to leave you guys holding the grenade, so I do apologize for that. But you guys did handle it very well. So I appreciate you guys more than you know. And yeah, let's get this thing going, man. I'm super excited. And yeah, let's do it, man.
Plan B just set a comment in the Discord to add everyone. The Twitter competition, he's not doing that anymore because they have the Web3 competition.
Oh yeah, I was wanted to mention that as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
but go ahead, Greek. Yep.
So cheap plug, because one of the tasks is to invite friends to Crew 3 to do the competition. So if you want to do the competition and see everything, use my invite link so
There
I
you
can
go.
earn more points. Right now, I'm currently in first. It doesn't show that I'm in first because they haven't verified all the things that I've done, which is like 125 points, which would put me tied for first.
And here's
So-
another thing. I don't know if any
Thank
of
the
you
Greek
guys are in that space, but Crew 3 is actually hiring right now. So I don't know if anybody is that. I think they're looking for some software engineers and things of that nature. They're an up and coming Web3 company doing pretty cool things in the space. So, they are hiring if any of you guys are in that space looking for some work.
That is good to know. But yeah, do that because that's spreading the word. All the Crew 3 stuff is actually spreading the word. So you're doing things to spread the word. So even if you don't care about finishing top places or just do it, spread the word, and we can all do our part to help our investment. Odie, what do you got for us?
Hey, thanks as always, Greek, for having me here. I really appreciate it. Being up here with you chick magnets makes my afternoon. Yeah, it's always, some folks say, oh, hey, quit spreading all the hopium, blah, blah, blah. I equate hopium to blowing sunshine up your ass with no meaning behind it. No proof, no evidence, right? I'm just giving you something fluff. We don't do that. If you've been watching us for 5 minutes, you know that we don't blow sunshine up your butts. We say positive things. Yeah, we like to be positive, but we also back it up. We tell you why we're excited. We give examples. And that's what I love about what we do is we're doing this for free, right? We're doing this because we like to talk with you guys. We like to interact with you. I love it. This is something I've really, really enjoyed, and I look forward to. And believe me, Compton, it killed me last Tuesday when I had to be in a dentist seat getting drilled with an emergency. I'm still feeling it. I'm still doing.
I was gonna say, hope that went well, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything come out okay.
Yeah.
Dude, it hurt. They were digging all the way to China. Oh my God, it hurt so bad. So while I was like, they were like, what's matter? And I was like, I got a live. I'm supposed to be live right now. So anyway, we're back tomorrow. So live tomorrow, noon, New York time. All of you guys up here, if you're able to make it, please do be sure to stop by. You guys have the links.
I don't know,
we'll take
man.
folks from the audience. You know, if you want to sound off and talk about Vulcan or anything else in crypto, that's your chance. So yeah, I'm excited. And yes, what is it? Today's Monday. So I have 7, 8, 9 days until I fly down to Hollywood to go down and take on the course on Friday, the 31st of March, my 6th time appearance on American Ninja Warrior. I'm excited. So I know this isn't about Ninja, but that's a big part of my life. So there you go.
You got this shit, man.
Yeah, you got it.
We're with you, brother.
Got it.
Yeah,
got it, man. And I put up a link here from Biz. It's anythingcrypto.news. This is Conformance website. Please, everybody, give it a look. It's amazingly well done. So check it out.
Is very
support
well
it,
done.
and you can get all your crypto news in one place with somebody you trust, a member of our community. So, and also, if you haven't already, go to my Twitter and give me a follow, because my Twitter was hacked. I had 7,500 followers. Now I'm down to 440. I'm growing strong though, so I'm not gonna.
Wait, it's not even your turn to talk yet. Kryptonian didn't get a chance. You're last.
Okay,
I've talked enough
Kryptonian will finish it
Yeah.
off.
All right. First of all, for a guy that says, you know, it's not all about placing, but he talked about how he's first place. Greek.
I lead by example in crew 3. Okay,
you do lead by example.
I want to spread the example that you need to do it. I can't preach it and not do it.
And then Odie, the brother, I love you, man. But the last thing you ever want to start off with, the only thing that you want to start off with was, I was at the dentist's office and I was getting drilled. And yet the first
How did I know you were going to go there?
You went there. The first comment was no lube. So that's another thing.
That's why they said no lube. I was like in my own world.
My wife watches this. Be careful.
No, but in all seriousness, no. But I will elaborate on what you said, Odie, and I loved it. You said, you know, we don't blow sunshine up your ass. What we bring is we will blow sunshine up your ass, but we guaranteeing sunburns, which means there's substance there at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So there will be some heat coming off of what we're saying, because we believe what we believe. Because we're actually pulling from our life experiences, at least in my opinion. Personally, I'm pulling from my life experience, things that I've invested in and projects that I've been into, not just on chain, but off chain. And I like where Vulcan's going. It's checking a lot of boxes for me. So that's why I'm bullish on this thing. So if I had some last words, guys, I would absolutely say, do right and fear no man. And as always, do your own research, and we'll see you guys on the blockchain. There it is.
Yeah. Thank you for another great show. Remember, we're all going to make it. Never fear, because the Greek is here.